right.
You're gonna be on YouTube.
Austin,
Oh,
can you
yeah.
hear me?
No one will watch.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just getting a drink.
All right. When Mantle, Foxfire, and Lupine woke up this morning, there was a relatively simple list of to-dos following available leads. A, visiting Pug's Contraptions here in town to ask about the cage that you found at the Foxglove Manor. B, go by the 7th Sawmill and ask about the ownership was the plan. And C, visit a library for just to search for information. If I'm remembering correctly, about the Foxgloves.
Yeah.
What might have been a simpler day was quickly complicated when, upon arrival at Pug's, Lupin was accosted by some police and brought in for questioning about a very real murder that was witnessed in the Nouse district the night before. I will let the party rehash together what may or may not have been gleaned from Lupin's interrogation by Paralictor Halst and by the conversation that he picked up on parts of that happened outside in the hallway from where he was being interrogated. What was clear, however, was that the discussion in the hallway was about a fight breaking out at the 7th Sawmill, the same place that Lupin's friends would be the same day. So when he was eventually allowed to pay his own bail, leaving him with 1 gold, by the way, he knew that he needed to make haste in that direction. Meanwhile, Mantle, Foxfire, and Ding Dong Devon, the ever-faithful meat shield, find themselves in a bit of a situation at the sawmill. Going to the only available entrance at the basement, they begin speaking with a worker who tries to brush them off, but has a short fuse when it comes to their requests. And quickly, he and his 3 cohorts draw their hidden war razors and set upon the 3 adventurers. At first, our heroes are handily managing themselves against perhaps an inferior foe. But hearing the commotion from upstairs, 4 more mill workers come down and join the fray. And somewhere in there, Foxfire's confidence in his acrobatic excellence gets the better of him, and he's caught up in the rope works of the sawmill's underbelly. He's hoisted in the air by his ankle, and he is being dragged towards the huge water wheels to be dragged underwater, when out of thin air appears Iffy, in a hereto unknown ally, who casts a very clutch magic missile to snap the ropes and release Foxfire.
Ooh, I forgot about that. Shit.
Just after the 4 of you, now 4 of you, seem to get things back under control in this combat, and you bring down all 7 mill workers. When you step back outside the door, and you find that more mill workers have massed upstairs at the top of the basement steps for a 3rd assault, seemingly now led by a male in grand red robes. Summoning a stinking demon, the party is pressed back inside the mill, in part hoping to catch your enemies in a bottleneck. But then the unexpected happens, and from here, basically all hell breaks loose. Fiery arrows land in the doorway, one after another, until the mill catches, all but locking you inside. The flames spread quickly, and in them appears the red-robed figure, either unharmed or unbothered by the heat of the fire. He begins casting channel negative energy, laughing as all of you take damage over and over. Ding Dong falls unconscious. Mantle falls unconscious. Iffy makes a run for safety by diving into the river below the mill, but even as he climbs to the shore to the south after swimming, he is not yet out of range of the final channel, and he himself is knocked out. Even as the flames spread and crawl over the helpless forms of Ding Dong and Mantle, Foxfire finds a singularity and clarity in purpose. A fighter who has spent his training learning how to duel in one-on-one competition, this is his moment. Rise or fall, this will test everything he has learned so far. And in the heat of the chaos of this blazing room, Foxfire dodges, ducks, dives, and dodges his way to victory. Striking down this evil cleric, Foxfire swiftly runs to the body of Mantle and drags her down to the river with him, pulling her up to the banks on the south shore, where Iffy also now lies. Foxfire is able to heal the unconscious Iffy, but now with the moment to examine the body of Mantle, he sees that it's too late for any healing potion to help. Yet, as fate would have it, this is the very moment that Lupin finally arrives at the sawmill. Lupine sees a burning building. Already some diligent townsfolk are setting to fighting the flames as much as they can. But his eyes are drawn now to the south bank, where the rest of his party is sitting or lying. What happens next inside of Lupine is his for the retelling, but some deal with the deity is struck as he goes to Mantle, lifts her lifeless body, and is consumed with a light that quickly leaves him through his hands, entering the body of Mantle Caiaphas and restoring her the breath of life. And that is where I think we should begin. Also, it should be mentioned that one of the reasons that Lupine was able to get there as fast, which I think this is so cool that this came up, is that being an urban barbarian, one of the things that Lupine gets at first level is not at all ever being impeded by crowds. So, like, just thinking about moving through the city of Magnamar for all those rounds, it would have been, it just would have been easy to justify as a DM. Like, there are times when it's going to take you can't just run straight. But Lupine is somebody who's just been moving through crowds his whole life or whatever. He just happens to be, I don't know, just sort of built for this moment, I think, in a way that is cool, especially considering the timing of everything. And the other thing that I forgot to write in the recap, but that was huge, which I can sort of, is a little bit metagamey, but I think you can sort of intuit, but would also be easy to miss, is shortly after that cleric appeared in the fire, and right before Iffy made a run for it under the thing, Iffy used cast message to reach to the guys who you knew were outside of the mill. And in his best interpretation of this cleric said, "I've got it from here, you can go." And made a bluff check, and the guys responded, "Got it."
Yeah.
Maybe is why you don't see any more of these mill workers who were outside. So such that all you ever had to fight was that cleric, and everybody else was gone. Kind of like easy to miss, but in hindsight, absolutely enormous, huge, given that 2 of 3 party members were dead. Foxfire had to be close.
Were the people that attacked the mill workers before?
Yeah, they were the people working at the mill.
I thought they were dressed like the whatever.
I think
the like jester-looking people or whatever. I thought they were dressed like that.
they were dressed like that, but they were mill workers, and they had, I guess, like cloaks on, largely concealing their otherwise garb.
Who are they dressed like?
Just mill workers. Just you know what I mean.
It was like
Oh,
jet or whatever. Like look.
I think the picture is in the Skype call log.
They were just similar under their robes to, I think the other time you've seen someone just like this is that guy who's tried to sneak into the house. The person Lupine is suspected of killing.
Yeah. Wait. So we could see that from the time we walked in?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, okay.
They were clothed as workers.
No, that would be upsetting.
Yeah,
what do you mean they're dressed like the guy who tried to sneak up and kill us, and we didn't know that till now?
I missed that together, but if you were going to tell me that's the way they were dressed from the get-go, I was going to be really mad that I missed that. Okay.
You're good.
So this the mill is on the edge of this island, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And the water is flowing from north to south.
Yeah. In the greater sense, if you remember the map, the like coastline goes north to south, then the islet is in the river that opens up. So you must be on the western edge of this island where the water is basically running around the south side of the island. So the water runs north to south. But in a greater sense, the water of the river runs... No, I'm sorry, I had that backwards. You're on the east end of the island because the river pours out into the sea. Forgive me.
Oh, we are on the... okay. So, okay, I'm sorry. Just where exactly are we starting from? I'm sorry.
I think it will be. I think just for the sake of like, let's kind of get our momentum. Let's kind of get our bearings. Let's start from, if you guys are cool with it, Lupin bringing Mantle back to life. Is that cool with everybody?
Yeah.
So we're probably like retconning the words and stuff that Mantle said.
I don't think. What am I trying to say? I'd be happy for us not to, in a certain sense, but I don't remember exactly what those words were off the top of my head.
Like, go forward and not let this be the end of this, essentially. He was unfazed by having just died, essentially. In fact, I would dare say she had more resolve to carry forward than she did.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that was even more than unfazed. I think it was more of a almost a mania coming back to life. Like a.
Okay. Yeah. No. So I think that's good with me. That sounds right. And so if we are at that point, I think that Granny's gonna say, "Hi lads, I've got an idea. Follow me." And I want to run up the shoreline and see if we can catch in particular that guy's body or anything flowing down the river as the floor begins to collapse from the fire and stuff like that. I want to see if we see anything, because I don't think it's a good idea. This is metagaming. I think she really would say, like, follow me, I've got an idea. But I want to go up the shoreline to see if we can see anything that like might come out of there, since obviously we don't necessarily want to be caught involved in whatever's going on there. Maybe we can go up the shoreline a little ways and catch something that's flowing down the river that'll give us a clue or something like that.
Why don't you and Ippy and Foxfire roll me a wisdom, like just a wisdom.
Straight wisdom?
Straight wisdom, I think, is the best way to say it. Yeah, best way to do it.
What's my wisdom?
Mine is negligible.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna roll mine. It's a -2.
Mine's 0 and I rolled an 8, so I got an 8.
I rolled a 6 with my pluses, so hey.
Oh wait, if y'all rolled that low, let me go ahead and roll mine then.
Yeah, you might beat me.
5.
Well, still with Foxfire, with your amount of time in front of this person, if you're speaking directly about getting looking for this person's body, if and when it falls in the river, Foxfire, you know that this person was wearing armor, and thus if his body hits the river, probably not going to be a floating object.
I think either way, I still think, again, I'm metagaming a little bit. I think Granny would want to be, it's not just that guy, but like just down the river, if we see anything floating by the shore, there's nothing else we can do while there's people out over there trying to put the fire out.
Yeah, I think when we stopped last time, we left here, right? Like,
we had talked about leaving here, but I don't think we were gone. Were we gone?
I thought we had gone back to the place and rested and everything.
Oh, well, screw it. Never mind.
I think that's what you said you were going to do.
Yeah, but I'm just making, so we're picking it back up here now.
Yeah,
instead.
we had headed to that place to rest, but we hadn't started resting yet.
Yeah, we were like deciding that's how we were gonna close out.
Yeah.
I think I remember Hayden had said something about people coming to put this fire out, and I remember saying I wanted to get out of here because I didn't want to get caught or have to deal with any more stuff when we were all so low HP.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. If Granny wants to do something, I mean, she.
No. If we're at the house, then that is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of over with. I had thought of that kind of between sessions anyway, so that's fine. I was thinking we were there and we had talked about going back, and then maybe Granny had this idea, but yeah, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
okay. So you're going back to Foxglove Townhouse?
Yeah, I think that's where we went.
Mm-hmm.
right, we can do that.
So I think when we get back there, I think Granny would just take some time to herself. Like, in particular to Foxfire, like, actually, hey, maybe I'm taking a step too far. Would she have any awareness of what Foxfire did?
I don't think so.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Like, I carried your ass. I didn't.
I
didn't
think
say
I really just put two and two together on that, but I think I thanked him when, like the last time, and I just put two and two together. Like, wait, I don't think she would know that happened.
Granny died and woke up in Lupin's arms.
Yeah.
Honestly, for all you know, Lupin busted in and carried you out.
Yeah, that really fucks up everything that I said. I didn't really put two together.
That's the thing about consciousness. It really helps you in the things going on around you. Nobody ever tells you that.
This is 1 hour of game time and 3 weeks later, and I just put two and two together on that. Okay. So yeah, I think Granny would just be like, thank you, lads, for the work you did. But I need a few moments to myself if I could.
Yeah, get some rest. Rest up. You too, Iffy. I know. I mean, I don't really know how magic works, but
Actually, before, as she's I'm just gonna do this. Like, as she's walking out of the room, Granny just pops off all the rest of her channels. Hold on. Coming out.
Now it looking like fireworks coming out.
Yeah, I got two left. Let's see. Shit. I think it's a D8 now. I can't fucking remember.
Oh damn! I don't even remember what my HP was.
Well, let me put. Well, yeah. Okay.
What was it?
Oh, D6. Shit. Let's see. Fifth level, 3D6. Okay.
I don't remember what it was. Okay, 17.
Okay, so that's 9 on the first one. And that's 11 on the second one.
Iffy, are you trying to remember? I mean, well, Xavier, are you trying to remember what Iffy's HP is at?
Yeah, when I was brought back to consciousness, I can't remember what how much it was.
Do we remember Foxfire? Did you like give him a potion or something?
yeah, I gave him a potion. I think it was
well,
a cure light wounds because that has the eraser mark on my pencil sheet. So,
Well, why don't we just roll that again? Why don't we just roll that again and we'll see
Yeah.
where Iffy's at.
Also,
Take him from -3, let's say.
hey, if you just want to save time, I have healing spells, and I think Granny could just be like, "Are you lads all right before I go rest?" And because I have healing spells, I can cast. I can cast 2 cure light wounds, 2 cure moderate wounds. So 2 more on top of that. So if it's just Xavier that needs healing, I'm assuming that's going to be enough. I can roll to be sure, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if it's
Do
just
that.
me, then yeah, that's plenty.
yeah.
I need some, but I might get topped off from your channels.
Oh, the channels were 20 healing in total.
Oh, then I definitely got topped off.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think with 20 plus whatever else I can do, Xavier's going to be fine.
Oh yeah, that's plenty.
And that's the thing about a conscious cleric. That's going to be the best way to get the most out of their healing spells. It's consciousness mainly.
Yeah, but for story's sake, Granny's like, I'm gonna go rest, and then she just pops off a couple channels as she's walking to the third.
She just glows. The whole house glows. It shoots to a shot of outside the house at nighttime, and it's just light coming out the windows.
Hey,
That's
just
kind of cool though. Like maybe Granny's saying her nighttime prayers as she walks up the steps and just like using those to express
Yeah,
channel
just like,
independence.
are we
20
at,
unaimed Roman candles.
are we at nighttime? Is that where we are?
Oh, actually, that
No,
rings a bell.
honestly, I think we're at like
Yeah.
mid-afternoon. Really.
Yeah. But I will say, I think either way, Granny won't. Just story-wise, Granny's gonna want to rest.
Yeah. I understand that.
I'll be right back. I think our pizza's here.
Yeah, I think as a group, it's kind of a great place for everybody. Like, okay, let's take a minute and then let's regroup and kind of decide, like, strategize on what to do next.
Yeah. Foxfire wants to talk to Lupine about where he was. What's up, dude?
Oh,
Well, as you know, I was in prison, as you just let artists take me without any.
The guards looked really strong, dude. Sorry.
Out in it's you also let that happen, so we'll never discuss that or I kill you.
I think I also let it happen.
Few games.
Also, in the same day.
I was in prison
Backstory.
not far away, only about 5 minutes away, but could not get to time. I actually heard of disturbance over I don't know what to call that. Came in over the radio and I heard disturbance. But I know this city is cooked down to its very bones, including the police.
So what did they talk to you about, or did they just because of that guy that we killed in the alleyway? That's what it was about.
There was witness to that murder.
Oh shit! Who saw?
They did not reveal that.
Forgot to review.
Iffy is eavesdropping and heard them say, "Is it that guy that we killed?"
Oh yeah, Iffy. Sorry. I forgot you weren't here for that. Hey, don't worry. He was a bad guy, much like the guys that we just encountered at the sawmill. Actually,
Also,
I think of the same ilk.
Maybe an hour.
it may be worth mentioning that you've just followed them back to this house in the other district, and like you just kind of walk into this house where they have keys, but you walk in and it looks completely ransacked. Like books are all pulled out of the wall, the furniture's all cut open, chairs are turned over. Like this is not like we're home. This is like what the fuck? Why is this the place we go
Wait,
to relax for a second?
when he walks in, he's not being judgmental, but he looks visibly confused as to the dismay of the house.
I'll catch that and I'll say, "Don't worry, we murdered the bee."
It's true. The house was like this when we got here, technically. And we took care of the people who did this to the house. So
They were
yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of stories. Most of them involve us killing people. I don't know what to tell you. We're the good guys, I promise.
Me over right now.
They're follow the
Okay.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
If you want to get some sleep too, as we discuss killing people, you're more than welcome to. I know there's another bed upstairs or something, but yeah, I don't know how magic works, but every magic user we've ever had sleeps more than any fighter I've ever met. So
He doesn't know where to go in the house, so he just looks for like the closest couch and just collapses on it.
Lovely.
So Foxfire will I'll just tell Lupine, hey, so Lupine, basically we went to the sawmill, where you found us, and we were just trying to find some answers. I mean, we went there because the note referenced it and everything. and we were just trying to find out the connection that the foxgloves and or any other bad stuff might have with the sawmill. So we started asking some questions, and then we got in a fight, and that fight led to a bigger fight, which led to a bigger fight, and then the sawmill was burning down and everyone was dying, and then you showed up. So it's pretty much what happened there.
Everything from when I got there, Lupin was able to see that through my eyes.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. You have that memory share thing. When he
Yeah.
showed up, you shared with him those visual memories.
Yeah, so you have to explain everything that happened before I got there, but afterwards, he should be all set.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember that, Xavier.
Like when
That's
you
cool as hell.
share memories with, does the person that you're sharing with share them with you? Is that what?
So there's a couple options for it. I can either share my memories, or I can view memories of the person I'm touching.
Okay.
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
I would fill y'all in on what I knew then about like the paralictor named Nar Barenholst and the order of the nail, and about how he did that thing where he drove a nail through his arm or something like that. Did he just have a nail, Hayden? What was that again? Because he showed me like he stuck a nail in his arm, right?
Yeah.
But did he?
He had a nail. Yeah.
For demonstration use only.
It's their interrogation nail.
And how he like sort of threatened the officer that came in, and like I overheard him telling them about the incident at the sawmill, and how he said that it is off limits to the constable in a threatening manner to that person or whatever.
Oh shit! So the police knew what was going on there.
It seems like this guy who is like from a paralictor, which is officer master. He's of a Hail Knight, whatever that is.
He just seemed like a super high rank.
Right, yeah, because he was a knight.
The authority is.
He was a knight, and seemed like he knew, but the lowly officers didn't seem like, or at least that low officer didn't seem like he knew anything about that. And he was asking for the constable, and from his reply to it, it sounded like the constable probably doesn't know anything about it either. But it's burnt down, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess
That guy basically said, like, whatever happens there, happens there. We let it happen. So it wasn't like he was super involved, but he was like, what, you let that problem deal with itself, and hopefully it just deals with itself, was like the words he used, something like that.
Oh, I guess you're right. I guess it could have been, he knows that something funky's going on there, but they just can't go there and do anything about it.
Yeah.
But it sounded threatening, though, which means be like he's probably involved.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess Foxfire will go get some food for everyone. Since, I mean, just like go to a local tavern and get some food and bring it back here. So when everyone wakes up, they can have something to eat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Extra greasy, extra stuffed crust for Granny.
Hell yeah.
That's what Granny likes.
But hey, Lupine, do you mind standing guard here? I'm gonna go get some food for everyone. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. I don't really need to rest. I only ran for 5 minutes straight. That's it. I mean, when you think about it, that's not that bad.
Run today.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
I'm actually pretty awake now.
Well, he's a murderer, so probably don't want him roaming around town. So
you're lucky nobody saw you, because you were a part of that as well.
I mean, you have no proof of that. I don't think that would hold up in court. So.
Simple chicken broth, like pasta with meatballs. It'll be good. I'll give you a bowl.
So Alex, getting everybody food will be like 2 gold.
Okay.
But that's probably a great idea.
Are there any while I'm out, are there any like what's the I asked the guy at the tavern if there's any places around that sell good wine. I don't know the word for it. Breweries? That's
Winery?
winery. Yeah. Are there any wineries I could hit up on the way?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
bakeries.
Yeah,
Or bakeries.
man. Yeah, just down the street, man. There's a couple of really good winery science. We shouldn't let all these kids in here, but it's kind of European rules. So that's why you hear all those screams and stuff, man. But if you go down to God, somebody get that kid out of here! Get him out of here! I cut him off hours ago. Yeah, but if you go down the street, it's a little expensive, man. But you've got some good wines. It's called Whiny Baby.
Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of wines right now.
Yeah, but that place is less loud than this, man. Oh my God, get him out! Get him out! Come over this bar and smash this glass over that child! Listen, man, you gotta take your food and get out of here. We've got too many people in here, man.
All right, thank you.
And as the sounds of screaming children fade, perhaps you head down the street and you can. Okay, you walk into the winery and the guy says he'll look you up and down. Good day, sir. Welcome to Whiny Baby Winery.
Hi.
Get the kid out of here! Get the kid out of here!
I'm hearing you.
This
What's the
kid's
Can I
man?
hear?
Yeah.
following me around.
He's
Looks
making
like
that
he
word
came
a
from the pub
screaming
down the
baby as part of
street.
the
They always overserve the
Y'all hear
children.
me upstairs?
I don't know.
Oh.
Wait!
I'm just looking for. I'm just looking for a middle of the road wine. Nothing too expensive. Something real tasty though. What you got?
Oh, we have this. Oh, this is a fine age. Are you're looking for whites or reds? Let me clarify, man.
Reds, please.
Reds. Yes, we have this. This is an aged red blend. I believe this one's been stored for about 10 years now. It's been brought out recently. This is a fine bottle. It's a bit pricey though. It'll run you about 20 gold for this bottle here. Or we have on the other end of the spectrum here, we've got this stuff that's been aged for about 3 days, man. This stuff right here, this will run you about I'm thinking like 3 gold. This stuff's grape juice, my friend. And then right here, we've got this stuff. I believe it's been aged for about 6 months. This is probably what we sell the most of, my friend. We usually sell it for about 12 gold, but I could let it go for 10 if you're interested in 2, 10 apiece.
I'll take 110 and 120.
A 10 and a 20. Well, let's see. That'll be it's gonna 1 second. 1 second. He like ducks behind the bar. He's like, God.
I set the gold out on the bar.
40 gold. Out of this much gold. That's 1, 2. It looks all right to me. And he gets you the bottles.
Cool.
I
asked him.
I gotta unmute Lee. Hold on.
I asked him, is there
Wait, Lee.
a bakery?
I'm sorry.
Can't hear. Oh yeah, he can hear us. That's right.
Is there a baker?
Yeah, is there a baker? I want some sweets, like some cookies.
Lee, can you hear us? Okay.
Give us
Just
middle
you're
finger.
muted
You
whenever
can
you're
hear
ready to
us.
come back in.
Yeah, of course. There's a bakery in between here and the pub down the street.
Never mind. I
What?
just walked
The
home.
pub dump?
The pub dump.
The pub down the street.
The what? Oh, the pub down the street. I got you.
I just go back home, dude. Then with the food and
Okay.
the wine. It's not worth going back the other way.
Fair enough.
That's where all those crying babies.
So,
Yeah, that was a rough part of town.
So probably after about, say, an hour, given waiting for food or whatever, Foxfire shows back up. Yippy's still asleep. Mantel's still upstairs. Lupine, you've been kind of keeping watch, but nothing too exciting's happened. Foxfire walks back in with some good food.
Hey, I got some food set on the table. Also,
Nice.
pour you a glass of wine, Lupine.
Ooh,
Lupine's wine.
it's Lupine's wine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody's having a good time at the table. Austin, is your plan to like rest for 8 hours? And I guess Iffy, same question.
I think so. I think for the sake of, yeah, I think it makes sense. If we're good. You said we're like mid-afternoon though.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. Let me think about it.
All right, you got 8 hours.
Yeah, I'll just say retroactively that before I lay down, I'd say wake me up when something happens.
Okay. Whoa, is
Nice.
that food?
Oh yeah, baby.
Wow.
We got it now.
What? He's got a little egg in a pan.
What?
That's adorable.
Oh yeah, baby. We got it all.
Little food icons in our game, baby.
Wait till you see this.
Lee, every time, oh my gosh, a bottle of wine. Every time I point at something on the screen and it's not your little baby, my wife is very disappointed. We can't hear you. You're still muted.
Now?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I never muted it, so I don't know why that was the thing.
I think Austin muted you at one point.
Can other people?
I guess. I don't know. I've never tried it.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
Well, how many people do that to their teachers?
Nope.
Okay. I think what I'll say Granny's going to do is she's going to go upstairs with the intention to pray and try to read over like the text that she has that would like that she I guess would consistently need to be reading over to be a cleric to like learn more or whatever. But I feel like it makes the most sense to play it out and say that the exhaustion is too much and she does end up falling asleep.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Here, go pee too. I'll be right back. Whoa, where are you taking my bottle of wine?
I'm trying to make it reasonably sized. Or I was trying to make something else reasonably sized, actually. While we're just talking, I'm playing around with moving stuff around on the table. See if I can get stuff small and big. Okay, yeah. So Granny goes upstairs and kind of sits down and reads over what, like you're talking about, like your holy text, Austin, and stuff.
I think she's trying to figure out what just happened. And also, like, if there's something that she could, like, sneak peek, she won't. But if there's some way she could discern why it just happened.
Well, if you want, see if you can find anything about Desna resurrecting anybody.
Well,
like in history.
I was gonna use. Okay.
If you don't have to.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Now the little eggs in front of Lupin.
Do what? Eggs.
Lupin needs some protein after that big run.
Need to carbo load. Okay.
You need to carbo load after your big run. That's a big. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
quick search. I cannot, Hayden, but that's fine. I think it serves its purpose just as well. Just my plan anyway.
yeah, I think that's great. Let me see. We came up with an icon for Iffy, right?
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
guy in the hood or whatever.
That's right. Just didn't know. Maybe I never made a little guy for him in the journal, did I?
Oh, maybe not.
I think it's because I don't have a character sheet in the Roll20. Probably.
I think I can make one actually.
Yeah, I can fill it in as we play.
You good? I'll make one real quick here. I'll make you a little guy. Did that work? Can you see him in the little thing now? In the little journal?
1 second. Yeah, it popped up. Sure did.
Awesome.
Shit, that's so cool.
I guess I'll say goodbye to our old friend Savvy.
Dude, at 17th level, I get 9th level spells, which is the highest. There's a spell called True Resurrection that you can resurrect anybody that has been dead for as long as 10 years per caster level.
Holy crap. That is.
This spell can bring back creatures whose bodies have been destroyed.
Jeez.
Oh!
Jeez.
What are the repercussions?
With no negative level, spells that you can possibly kill by death. You can't restore life. Oh, there's no negative, but if they die of old age, you can't resurrect them.
Loophole.
Medicine check.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
You good? Okay. So yeah, if Iffy and Granny just kind of like this is a really interesting moment where this is the first time I feel like the party as a whole, maybe even just to say, has like just fallen back and people are just tired. And you have Iffy, like once Foxfire sort of gives like quasi permission, like, hey, if you need to rest, you will. He's like, yes, okay. He goes immediately to a couch and like just conks out. And Mantle goes upstairs to rest. She just doesn't come back down for a while. And Foxfire goes to get food. So yeah, we just have Lupin and Foxfire. This classic two who always it always seems to be like a and then there were two scenario with these two characters. One way or another.
OGs.
Kinda, yeah, I guess. Yes.
Two remaining OGs.
But this time it's interesting just that it's not that they're the people who survived, even though it kind of is. It's not that they're the only two that survived. It's just that they're the only two who are like, okay, whatever. They are the brute force characters. They are the characters who are maybe just most restless in nature, I guess it's fair to say. and thus are sitting here just sharing a meal, sharing some wine. You cracking both bottles of wine, Alex?
Nah, just a 10. I didn't take the 20 out yet. I didn't take the 10-year out yet.
Fair enough.
Should have got some grape juice though. That would have been great with our breakfast food.
Or is it
Alright.
changing the wine?
Yeah.
Okay, so unless anything, I think I'm ready for Granny to wake up whenever.
Yeah, that's great. That's fun.
I figure we'll just eat and then hang out and then maybe have a nap ourselves. You know.
Yeah.
Sure. Like at a certain point, you probably gather like, okay, we're just gonna rest, and maybe we'll grab a quick nap or whatever. Because now you're looking at waking up nighttime.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure even Lupin and Foxfire are like, okay, looks like we're staying up late tonight.
Yeah.
Whatever we can next.
No one responded to my statement earlier. Do we just want to like sleep the whole day? Like wake up?
Oh, until tomorrow?
Whatever you guys want to do, like whatever you choose for your characters to do is good. But I don't think Granny meant to fall asleep, so I think she's gonna wake up at the nighttime. And if she sleep, that'll change the situation. Like that will I'll make one decision, and if they're, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think it probably works.
Wake up in the middle of the night. Like, what are we gonna do?
Well, I mean, we can talk about that in the middle of the night.
It's gonna be 9-10 o'clock. Let's say.
And then if we want to go do something, like if there's a place we want to go investigate under the cover of night, we have that option. If we don't, then we can just go back to sleep and wake up tomorrow. But
also, what happened to Tom's body? No one responded to that earlier.
To what? Whose body?
Ding dong, it's probably burned up in the mill.
I'm sorry, Lee, your audio is going in and out a little bit. For me, that's why I'm missing it. I'm sorry. Maybe it's not for everybody else.
No, it is for me too.
Do we need to tell his family?
Yeah, we should talk with everyone about that. I don't want to tell his family.
So let's hold on. Let's like take one step back and let's have that conversation maybe. As let's just say as Foxfire and Lupin are kind of starting to say like, well, if people are going to sleep for the night or sleep for a while, maybe we should lay down. Mantle comes downstairs, and Iffy, you probably wake up, and let's just start having this conversation. Like, you know what I mean? Let's just discuss that at the party. Like, hey, somebody start us off saying, what do we want to do? Do we want to wait till the morning? But
Granny comes downstairs, and Granny's like, "Oh, it's sorry about that. I went upstairs to read and pray a bit, and ended up falling asleep. I didn't mean to do that.
That's all right. I'm sure you
Appreciate
need the rest.
I appreciate you keeping the watch. Well, seems I've had a bit of a rest today, don't you think? And I've rested a bit more than. So, I lost a bit of time there. Can we start, Foxfire? What the hell happened?
Well, first, have a seat. Grab some food. Whoa.
Who the hell is driving their motorcycle?
That's coming through my window.
Holy cow.
So loud.
Right by the racetrack?
Yeah, clearly.
But yeah, I mean, just have a seat, grab some food, and yeah, I'll catch you up with my memories of what happened. I mean, basically what happened was...
Actually, Granny would say, I think I got the thing for this. One moment. And then she'll run upstairs to her pack and grab a bottle of whiskey too.
Wow. Turned out my cheap wine.
You're all welcome to it. Wine's great and all, but I appreciate the burn.
But yeah, so as someone who appreciates the burn, you died to fire. So
that's actually a great segue.
Granny would actually laugh out loud at that. Just laugh.
So,
Yeah, honestly, Austin, Granny probably has some scarification on her body. I don't want to grab the Still of your character in a sense to like make you nasty ugly, but as someone who burned to death, you have probably some.
What do healing spells do for that though?
Did you ever see the movie?
I know if you get cut in your belly and then I heal you, it heals your cut. In a way, I don't know.
I think in this instance, wherein Desna chooses to bring you back to life, I don't think that you are like disformed, particularly like in the face or disfigured. But I think there's probably some places on your body where Desna has chosen to leave marks, basically to remind you of.
Let's say your left hand.
Of this instance.
Back of
That's
the
fine.
left.
Okay.
Yeah, the back of the left hand.
If he
Sure.
sees that and he says, "That's quite the scar," I can cover that for you if you like.
I'll appreciate it, but as I don't, well, I reckon I can assume I know something of what happened. As I don't know what happened, I think I'll keep it as a reminder for now.
Okay. But when I say cover it, I don't mean by anything. It could be something that you prefer, such as a symbol of Desna.
Oh, you can make those tattoos, right?
A lot
Yeah.
has happened.
Yeah.
A lot has happened in the past little bit. Let me think on it, friend.
Understood.
I believe I've yet to thank you for your part in whatever brought me out of that place. So thank you. Now, Foxfire, can you please fill me in on what the hell happened?
what do you remember? Let's start there.
I remember trying to leave. I remember that stinky ass dog.
Yep.
I remember that lad in the heavy armor. He seemed quite confident in his skills.
He reminded me of you in a way
Right.
that I don't quite understand.
I can't say I know for sure. Well, you know how my healing works, and I can cast it in and heal you as long as you're close to me. He was using the same type thing, but he cast it to hurt. And it's
Okay.
not often that you come across a cleric that is using their ability, their service to their deity for damage or negative effect. So I don't know. I know that from what I understand, he had to be connected to some sort of deity, or he wouldn't have been able to cast that way. I don't know.
Austin, make me a knowledge religion check on that.
Give me just a second. My computer went to sleep. Okay. Oh, nice. Let's see. That's a 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know that in order to cast the channel, basically, in order to cast channel negative energy where it harms living beings, you have to be a cleric of an evil deity.
Right. I think that's what she was trying to say.
Gotcha. Cool. I just want to make sure that you knew that.
Yeah. So whatever deity he was serving, it must have been one that intends damage on humanity.
Wait, so this whole God thing, they're not just here to help us? There are gods that are against us as well?
No, I'm afraid not. And even some of the gods that are here to help us in a way that perhaps we wouldn't even like.
Oh my goodness.
So
Magic is more and more confusing.
and this ain't even magic.
Yeah, technically. But yeah, so evil guy comes in who I don't know what, but the fire didn't seem to phase him at all. I don't know if you caught that. Iffy or anyone else that was there. He just walked straight through the fire, didn't even freaking care.
Yeah, almost like he was immune to it.
Yeah. So he came in and started doing his negative energy thing, and I think that's around the time you either fell down or fell unconscious, Granny, was from one of his attacks, right? Not the actual fire.
And I assume by this here, and she holds up like the back of her left hand. I assume by this here, I must have got touched by the fire a bit, at least.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it got to a point where I was the only one left in the house with him standing up, so I had to fight him. I was able to beat him, but by the time I had beaten him, the fire had spread to where you had fallen. So I ran over, got you out of the fire, and we went down into the water, and I swam to shore, and Iffy was lying on the shore, unconscious, just like you, but, well, turns out you were more than unconscious, I think. I gave you a potion. I tried the best I could, and nothing seemed to work on you until Lupine showed up.
Hey.
But yeah, that's pretty much what happened after you blacked out.
Dude, I forgot that for what it's worth. That was so like powerful of a choice for Foxfire to like recognize that Mantle may not be unconscious and still just be like, I'm just gonna pour this potion down anyway. Like, I don't understand how all this works. I really need this to work. And it's like an unconscious body. The potion probably like spills out of her mouth, you know, because she's just unconscious. But the idea of like, I have to do something. I have to do the extent of what I can do. It's just a cool thing. Anyway.
I'm just gonna do this just as a symbol, but I'm willing to burn what is a 0 level spell basically on this. But she's gonna stand up and put her hand on Foxfire's shoulder, and like as I'm gonna do a couple things at the same time. She's gonna put her hand on his shoulder and she's gonna cast guidance on him, which gives him a +1 on attack roll, saving throw, or skill check for a minute. It's only on 1, but I assume it would give a character that has that just a feeling of enhancement, just slight enhancement. But I think for effect, she's just gonna like cast a spell on him and just be like, I appreciate that, lad. And she's gonna kind of like clink her glass to his and be like, I'll tell you this now. I'll be one, maybe more than that. I'll always have your back. Now, and clinks, cheers. And like clinks, drinks, and then turn to Foxfire while she stands beside Lupine, or turn to Lupine while she stands beside Foxfire and kind of like, all right, so I guess it's on to you, lad. I woke up with you holding me. What's your part of this?
It's a love story, maybe just say yeah.
I still don't think I know a lot about what happened. I think I'm still a little afraid.
I think that's okay. I think just describe it. Have Lupin describe it the best he would. You know what I mean? Like,
but I don't something that Lupin, who already isn't supposed to be one who talks a lot, would try to talk about. I think he would maybe try and then start, but then not know how to, and like just convey that he's both astonished and sort of scared of it. Like, yeah, I would convey that through just like trying to tell you, but I don't think I could really get it across.
I'm not trying to pressure you into character voice, character action, but I'm trying to figure out how Granny can respond to this, because I'm having to play out a lot here, Lee, as far as I think this whole situation is going to change Granny in some ways, and so trying to figure out exactly what that is, I would appreciate how Lupin would say what happened. So Granny has a thing where it's like, okay, so this is how I move forward, or this is how I think about the situation.
Okay. After hearing this back and forth, Iffy is just going to stand in between both Lupine and Granny, and he's going to hold out a hand on each side.
Oh, the memory thing.
Yeah, he says it seems like one of you has answers, but the other one doesn't know how to ask the question.
Can you do that? Can you share one person's memories to another person?
It says that I can receive a person's memories and and I can give memories to another. So I can burn like 2 spells basically.
Gotcha. Just cause basically 2 spell slots to
Yeah.
pass along. Okay. Yeah, I think that's cool.
Okay. Yep.
But also, Lee, it's still up to you whether Lupine is like, I don't know, even maybe I don't know. I'm just trying to say like there's still room for a reality wherein that feels like a private, scary moment or vulnerable.
It probably is a resist too if Lupine doesn't want to share those memories.
That's true. Yeah. That is true. You can resist.
I don't think it's that he wants to not do it. I think that he's so unsure of what it was. He doesn't. That's sort of what I was trying to convey to you about. Like, I wasn't just trying to avoid role playing. Like, honestly, what I want to convey is that he's sort of afraid of what happened.
So, do you think Granny would at least see the images that you saw?
I don't saw anything. In reality, all I did
was.
Oh,
okay.
No. In the game, if he touches you, he's going to try to access your memories. Would Lupine try to stop him from accessing his memories? It's like
he's not trying to though. Like I don't think if he's trying to be like, yeah.
I want you to like. I'm a person who's like a tank, and I'm showing signs of fear, and I would want you to not see that I'm scared of something more than I would not want you to know what happened. It would.
Okay.
But it's not that I'm trying to not, and I don't want to like. I don't know. I'm not trying to. We can do it.
Just let Lee roll the save, and we can play it out that way.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anything specific about it.
Is it will save, Xavier?
1 second.
Can you tell me?
What it says
called?
will negates.
Okay.
So
and that was a second level, so he has to beat a 16.
Okay.
And roll a 20, clearly. Okay.
Yeah.
And then add your will.
Yeah.
What happened?
It was a 12.
12. You rolled a 12, or it's total 12?
Total 12.
Okay. So basically, Lupine failed.
Right.
Is the idea? Okay. So Lupine, you kind of feel this as if he, I assume like not whatever Lee steps up to you and kind of like we're just the gap between the two of you and says it sounds like you have something to share.
Daisy
This is a cool like this. I feel like this moment reminds me a lot of X-Men or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you had Wolverine not wanting to share something, and someone. Yeah, and so like so then I can say, Mantle, what you probably perceive in this memory is. Like you don't see thoughts, you know what I mean? You don't hear thoughts or anything.
Yeah.
But you probably get. I'm guessing you might get impressions of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And so you see Lupine approach Mantle, and like something kind of stops, like something like immediately shifts in his emotional stance, and he feels like afraid. Or Lupine, you tell me what you feel when you get that prompt.
When you say the prompt, you mean like the voice that came to me?
Yeah.
Scared because I don't know what it is, and it is another voice in your brain, but also at the same time, like only afraid because of the uncertainty of it, but not because of the way it felt. I don't know. Like I would say that it didn't feel like alarming. It just I don't know, like the way.
What is that? Yeah.
The way you would like have an anxiety or something like after you just avoided death or something like that adrenaline that you would feel of just like, even though you lived through whatever, like an almost bad accident or something like that type of bad adrenaline, I guess.
Sure. But then ultimately, like some form of like succumbing to that
Right.
idea, whatever it is it feels laid before you mentally, and it's almost like then you feel a sense of like determination settle into Lupin as he goes and lifts up Mantle and picks her up, and you feel like a great warmth, almost heat, like it's almost hot enough that it's painful. And then you feel the heat like it leaves through Lupin's hands into Mantle's body. Then Mantle, you see through Lupin's eyes, your own eyes, like literally dead, lifeless, like healing potion, like kind of sitting in the back of your throat, maybe even still, from where Foxfire poured it in, and kind of like, and like take a deep breath.
Would Iffy and Mantle be able to hear the voice that I heard?
No, I don't think that they would.
Okay. Would they know the voice, or was it just like an emotions that they can sense?
It's just the emotions, I believe. I would imagine they just sense these emotions as they experience your memories.
All right.
Given that in this instance, something outside of you happened. You know what I mean? It's not like experience in the chemistry of your brain per se.
I think I would add along with that then that like a voice spoke to me.
Okay.
Like
So,
after y'all have a realization of whatever it was, I think I would forthcome with someone.
With like what the voice said and stuff?
I think the only thing it said to me was, I don't remember. Did this happen out loud, or was this just in our text? I can't remember.
It was just in our text, and I can find it if you want the
yeah.
If you want the words.
What I'm Skyping through, but I think all it really said was, if you lay hands on her, I will heal her. It didn't give me any like clarification of who it was or anything like that, but it was just like a voice that came and like encouraged me to do something. And I think it might have said something about like,
it said if you commit yourself to me, lay hands and I will bring her back through you.
right.
Those were the words that Lupin heard, and now shares.
Right. Was it a voice that spoke to me?
So I think
What?
Was it a female voice that spoke to me?
Does Desna present as a female, Austin? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know
I'm pretty sure that they have gender. Yeah, and,
I think Desna does, from what I know from what I've read about Desna.
Yeah, my guess is yes, that it is gendered female, but I'm scared to find out. I've like strangely presumed that for some reason.
Yeah, because she's a goddess. So
okay, yeah. So it is gendered. Yeah. So you would hear a female voice.
Right.
Would we get the sensation that it was Desna or just some female voice? I mean, being followers of Desna, adjacent.
I think Lupine actually got. Do what?
I said maybe even more so than all the rest of you. Would I have any semblance of
Yeah,
that?
true.
I think Lupine did, almost like in a dream sense, where it's like for some reason that that's the voice of Desna. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Especially like who it's commanded me to like do something for, and like who I is and who she serves and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's context that lends that, but it truly, even more than the context, it's almost just like, for whatever reason, when you heard that voice, you knew it was like, you're like, that's Desna. I don't know why I know that. Yeah. And Mantle probably knows that experience.
yeah, so I think Mantle kind of would snap back from the memory, and then Lupin shares that part of it, and she just kind of was like, "Oh, you're talking shit.
You what?
You're talking shit. Like, you got to be fucking kidding me."
Oh.
And like, I think at she would literally just kind of sit down on the floor with her legs out in front of her, set her whiskey glass down beside her, and put her hands behind her, kind of just like relaxing while she's sitting on the floor, like, well, lads, it looks like we're in something deeper than I thought we were. And then she looks over at Lupin and's like, you, lad, I've just been called by Desna. We can talk more about that later if you don't want to do it now, but, well, I don't know I have many answers for you. But what I know is resurrecting someone is no minor feat, even for a god. So, I guess we better move forward. But she's still just relaxed, not like, we gotta go now. Like, just like relax, like, okay, I guess we gotta figure out what to do next because this is important.
After a second, I think I would say, do I have to stop killing people now?
Yeah, Granny at that point would just, I think Granny at that point would laugh out loud and just fall back and lay back on the floor, put her hands behind her head, and she's like, no, lad, far from that, lad.
Okay, because, like, it's all I'm good at.
And it seems Desna knows you well, so I doubt she'd have called you if she wanted someone else. Yeah, and I think she would be like,
Ask you if you had any, like, text at all that I could read over, like, by myself without, like, talking to anybody or anything first.
of course, lad, plenty stuff I'm reading over myself. Actually, for starters, and she would pull. I think it would make a lot of sense. She would have this in her robes. She has a scroll that talks about resurrecting somebody. That like it's like the way like a maybe some cleric would study to resurrect somebody, and would like be like, this is one I was looking over this afternoon. Apparently, you've done this, and just hand you that one, and be like, maybe this is a good place to start. And I would assume all these scrolls and stuff would have.
Hold up. Where are you at with your pants level, Hayden? Are you wearing any? Or
I don't know.
Rated M for mature.
My shorts are just ridden way up because I've been sliding down here.
So, I heard you say scrolls. Are there scrolls throughout this house?
Hey, we've been around here, but I certainly wouldn't tell you not to look again.
I think I'll take this time while this is like a close moment with these guys. I'll just look around and see if I can find any scrolls or texts that I feel like they wouldn't have been able to read.
I think as if he's walking out of the room, Granny, she's still just laid back on the floor with her hands behind her head, like, "Aye, lad, have your time. Search around if you want, but it seems like you're in this too, so I'd like to understand a bit more about what you've been called here to do and why you showed up."
That's the question I've been waiting for someone to ask. What the fuck is Iffy doing here?
I think Granny is in this really relaxed mode, and so she's just saying it like, yeah, go look around, but like, don't think you're gonna leave before. Don't think we're gonna just walk out of here before we talk about why you showed up.
Then we talk about your disappearing ass showing up and helping us. I'm gonna run to pee real quick, and then I will see what Iffy finds.
So I rolled a perception check just a second ago. I'm gonna ask. Actually, I need to ask Hayden about this, but I can also roll like a wisdom. But I was thinking about Hayden telling you, Alex, about like that guy wearing heavy armor, and I was thinking like maybe I could just have Granny roll too to see if she would have thought about that or noticed that. And now that it's under the cover of night, we can maybe go back down there, and if somebody can swim, we can try to go down there and find that guy. Can you do that, Lee? Okay, cool. And then we can talk that out in character because I got to find out from Hayden like how he wants us to go about discovering that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I know he was hard as to hit, so he must have been wearing some kind of armor.
I know, dude. I know. And so I think Granny is a little bit reeling from all this. That's partly why I think she was fired up at first, like, what the fuck is going on? And now more relaxed in the sense of, like, I have played Granny, and I think Granny hasn't been scared of anything at this point. And I don't think that that's going to change, but also she got killed. And so, like, there's a recognition of the reality or the weight of the situation. So she is in a relaxed mode, but, like, now she's going to be like, hey, so Foxfire, that lad in the sawmill, he was pretty tough, right?
He was the toughest person I've ever dueled. I don't know how I won that by myself. I
agree. I don't know either.
I think very highly of my abilities in a one-on-one combat, and I am very surprised that I'm still here walking right now. That guy was insane. I don't know what made him so powerful or what made him so. I mean, I felt like I was almost overmatched in my ability to, like, dodge or not take damage, or, like, it took so much just to land a hit on him. Like, he was a very impressive foe.
Aye, but you're one overmatched, lad. You did take it out. And Hayden, really fast, I said this when you walked out, but I rolled a perception check. I rolled 19, and I also just, like, I'll roll like a wisdom or something. I was trying to figure out how to deal with the fact that this heavy armor thing, and he might sink to the bottom, because I might introduce it into the part of conversation right now. But I want to know how you want to, because I was in there too. I saw him. Yeah. Would you like me to roll something else or whatever? Just say, like, Granny noticed this and took notice?
I think Foxfire knows that.
So I'll
if
say
you're
it.
just looking for somebody to know it in the party.
Yeah,
no,
I can.
would Granny? Well, that's fine if he's going to say it. Granny.
I actually, like, yeah, I specifically think Foxfire might be the only person who had the opportunity to know it, because he was wearing these great robes. And specifically, he was wearing chainmail under his robes.
Okay.
So it probably took some cuts and stuff before his armor was really visible.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'll say yeah. So after the fight went on for a little while, I began to notice that the thing that made him so difficult to hit, he was wearing some very thick chainmail underneath his priestly robes or whatever, his vestments.
I wonder.
Well, for what it's worth, it was partly that, but he was also quite dexterous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was wondering if it had to do with his
perhaps even magically so.
His religious connections or something more physical. But
that's bullshit then. It wasn't a fair fight. He was using magic.
Yeah, honestly, looking back, Foxfire, there were probably, you probably are thinking back over the fight and, like, moves you made and moves you shouldn't have made and stuff. And, like, probably looking back, there are moments where it's like, he should not have been able to move out of the way, or that strike should not have deflected that way. Like, maybe he had some sort of magic shield as well on himself, as well as something that enhanced his dexterity.
That's really cool to think about from the perspective of a fighter who knows nothing about how that magic stuff works. It's like,
yeah,
I hit that guy. What happened?
Fucking hacker. Yeah.
Right. So if he was wearing something that heavy, maybe there's something there at the bottom of that burn pile to be found.
That's true. He might have sank beneath the water right there, depending on how quickly they put the fire out.
Like, why do you want the body? You armor, or do you just like keep it from being covered?
Well, I mean, in a metagaming sense, who knows what the fuck that guy was wearing, carrying, using, whatever. But
Right.
in an in-game sense, who knows what that guy had on him, or what detail of anything that had to do what he had could tell us, because we are so lost. We went there to figure out what the fuck we're doing and to try to get any idea of who these people were and what was happening with them. And then we run into the toughest guy we have fought yet.
Yeah, he could have like just a note or anything on
Yeah.
him that is
That's
from
true.
someone else that could lead us somewhere. Like I also agreed finding the body.
Gotta hope it wasn't a note though.
With water protected ink.
Well, in water,
Either water or fire has touched it.
in water
Or both.
and notes and stuff, they just lose value. They don't lose the letters.
Did
I
they?
mean, honestly, even if he has like a holy symbol or something that Granny could study.
That's true.
Yeah, no, that's what Granny was thinking. Like, if he has a holy symbol or a symbol on a thing that he has, that like specifically like his sword or something, that if he had some symbol on it that like could be traced to something. Because we're swinging at air right now.
Is the sawmill gone, like burnt down, or is it just did it get put out?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Left.
I don't know.
We left. People were trying to put it out when we left, and we didn't want to be confronted by those people.
Got it. That's worth looking into when we go.
Yeah, I agree. Also, hey, Lupine, this is probably you can share with them the stuff that happened to you at the police station. Police station? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fail.
And tell you all about what I heard.
Yeah. So there may be some connections between people that Lupine has encountered also.
All right, and so we need something from the bottom of the river now, and also your sword from the center of the jail.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Desna
It's
came
just like
for
last
you.
time, a simple, small list of things to do.
we got a real Scooby-Doo situation here.
Hey, maybe it's a sign. Desna wants you now that you don't have the sword. So maybe Desna is only interested in you and not the sword, Lupine. I figured it out.
It's like a star knife if you want to roll 1d4 every time you attack.
I could teach you to fight with a rapier. It's 1d6.
Mine's what, 2d8? You know what it is?
Oh, no.
2d6, I think.
Oh, 2d6. Yeah.
2d6.
Yeah.
2d.
Tutti fruity.
So where do you lads think we go first? We do have the cover of the night, and she just kind of like gestures to the window. And so wherever we go, maybe it's best to go soon. But she's still just laid out on the floor, just hands behind her head, just laying on the floor. Like, I think, actually, yeah, I'll say it's in character. I don't have an answer. I don't have a clear vision. Where before I felt like the step I took, as long as I took it in confidence and faith, it would be Desna's step. Now I'm realizing that I certainly can take missteps here and there, but I'm trusting Desna has intention for us together. So let's see what everyone thinks together. Maybe we should get Iffy in here for this too.
And let's ask him about who he is and why he's.
Yeah. Granny would just be like, Iffy!
You look like
And,
you're the album, right?
So, Iffy, in your time kind of searching the house,
Mhm.
I think, let's just say this has been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It becomes pretty clear to you, and you're diligent. You check all the rooms still, but it becomes pretty clear. Like, this place has been picked clean. Like,
Gotcha.
even to the extent of like cushions sliced and cut open. This
Wow.
place is like literally somebody was here looking for something. Things of value are gone. there's books, but they're not like important books.
Oh, okay.
And you don't find anything of any meaningful value. And I think at a certain point it becomes clear, like whatever amount of time I have to do, like to look for this, it's already been spent by someone else here, perhaps.
Okay. Yeah. If I'm not finding anything, and I know that it's kind of like been if there were things here and then they've been taken, I'm already coming back. Like if I were upstairs, I'd say I'd be coming back down the stairs as I hear my name.
Sure, that's great. That's awesome. Yeah, so you hear your name coming, and if he comes back into the room, the kitchen.
Yes.
Anything, lad?
Unfortunately, no. Everything here seems fairly common and mundane.
Right, you see the cut open pillows.
A quick sense magic didn't return anything for me.
Right. Well, we've been through here quite a bit, and it seems someone was here before us, but we think we found what they came for. Can't say for sure, but it led us down to the Seven Sawmill where we found you. And I want to say, like, just to be clear, like, however this comes across, body language continues. Granny is laying on the floor with her hands behind her head.
Lay down on your floor behind you so we can visually see it.
Granny's gonna like slap the floor beside her, like, come have a seat, lad.
If he will just fall to the floor cross-legged.
Would you like a bit of whiskey, lad? And she like gestures over to the table where it's sitting.
I appreciate the notion, but I have a fairly weak constitution.
Wow, gonna get much?
He meant that.
Yeah,
he meant that in game and meta game.
Yeah,
Weak constitution.
I understand, lad. Understood. Well, so we ended up at the Seven Sawmill. To be frank with you, we ended up there. Did you look at somebody's memory? Xavier?
I didn't look at anyone's memory when I got there. I just gave Lupine an idea what happened when he got there.
Okay. So, of course, the whole story is longer than this one, but we ended up at Seven Sawmill because of a paper we found in this house, which we were led to by another house, which indicated some necromancy going on. And perhaps that was what the lad that we fought in the sawmill was using, but I don't know. I don't know how much information you want to know now. The truth is, I'd like to know what led you there. Only as much as you want to tell.
Yeah. So,
so I got nothing to demand of you.
it's only fair. The three of you are quite a close-knit group, and I kind of wandered into your midst. So it's only fair that I kind of share something of myself. Where I came from the Mwangi, and it's quite a ways away. And it makes sense for anyone to wonder why I would make this journey. Out of my tribe, I was the closest one, almost like you and Lupine, how you have this affinity towards a deity. My tribe had a very close spiritual connection, and I, for lack of better words, I am the conduit for that.
Tim's heading out.
Bye, Tim.
See you, Tim.
See you in a bit. Yes, for my tribe, I am the conduit for that spirituality. Whereas A church may have a focal point with the building or a book. I am the embodiment of that faith,
Aye.
and it
What deity do you serve?
um it's the geez, I don't have the name in front of me. But it's the one that protects both the earth and the sky, and you would know it as the combined efforts of both Desna and Gozre.
Aye. Good on you, lad.
Another Desna? Come
Yeah,
on.
that's why when I didn't speak up.
I'd be like, well, have you seen enough, lad?
Um, I didn't speak up because you and Lupine were having a moment, but when you said Desna after hearing what we both heard, um, it struck a chord in me, and I know I'm on the right path. The spirit has spoken to me and brought me to this to this coast, and I didn't know I would find you all, but I did, and I'm happy that I did.
Aye.
So
Wow.
cool.
So, we've got more going on. More intent to be here. So, shit. This is quite a pickle we've gotten in.
So, what was before you all came to the sawmill? What was the last thing you all were intent on doing?
We just
Well-
wanted information.
I guess, making a quick story of it, we started chasing down some goblins, causing trouble in Sandpoint. Well, these lads did. I wasn't quite with them yet. In and out a bit. And then the goblins led us to what was supposed to be their leader, which led us to what was called the misgivings, I believe they referred to it as. But it was a man named Alderman Foxglove, whose abode we're in now. And he, to tell you the truth, I don't know what happened to him, but his house was filled with necromancy and all kinds of questionable things, curses, things of the like. So we've made our way to the basement and found I don't know what to call it other than some sort of altar to an attempt at perhaps what we best understand as a lich. And we found the Aldrin himself, who had become undead. Made short work of that. Left there, and I got a clue to come here because this townhouse was also sorry, I had to get my accent back after that one. Scotland was also connected to Foxgloves, and so when we came here, we ran into some shit. I can't. Let me remember. I got their name written down. The type of character it was. We ran into what turned out to be some faceless stalkers, disguising themselves as Aldrin Foxglove and his wife. And well, after getting rid of them, we basically found a piece of paper that was the deed to this townhouse. And
Deed to the misgivings.
oh, right.
Which
Good
is
catch.
basically a giant area of land where a giant mansion sat on. And that was the mansion that we went to that had been taken by the necromancy.
right.
And this mansion is the Foxglove Manor.
Yes.
So it it would appear to me, from what you're telling me, is that the fox gloves or this manor are at the center of what what uh what you've all been encountering for the past time.
Well,
Actually,
we
I'll
thought
pull
that-
out the I'll pull out the misgivings purchase and hand it to you,
Yeah.
Iffy.
The deed. Yeah. Do you guys
It's
have
actually-
access to this right now?
It's in the chat of the
Yeah,
Skype
I was
call.
gonna say, I
You
think
scroll up.
Chat. Yeah. If you scroll,
good.
it's that like brownish paper with all the words all over it, Xavier.
It's you mean it on the map?
No, it's in the chat for the
In the Skype call chat,
Oh, in the Skype. Oh, okay, got you.
because that stays permanent, I guess.
Yeah, it's under August 8th, if that helps.
Oh, okay, got you.
But basically, I can probably spare you the time and say that the deed basically describes that
Here, I'll paste it again. I mean, I'll put it in there again.
the Foxgloves took a loan from some group called the Brothers of the Seven. They took a loan from them to help pay off the rest of the misgivings, and the Brothers of the Seven put up as collateral for this loan the 7 sawmill. And the other piece of information in this deed is essentially that after
100 years, right?
100 years, basically the land itself of the misgivings would revert back to the ownership of the Brothers Seven. That 100 years being now very close.
Yeah, it's like this year, right?
Yeah,
This is
basically.
the 100th year. Yeah. For some reason that link's not working, but yeah, what Hayden said is what's up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Sorry. I just
No.
pasted what was there. I'm sorry.
No,
Oh,
the
you-
old one isn't working either.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Oh,
This is old. Oh, okay.
I can find it again really quick if you want to look at it. Let me see.
I wouldn't mind if you looking at it just because he seems to be pretty book smart. Like,
Yeah.
I understand this stuff. If I can't stab it with my poker, I'm not really worth a lot.
Okay. So the original. So maybe I didn't hear or understand what brought you to the Foxglove Manor in the first place.
So we went to the Foxglove Manor because basically there's this huge evil presence. The Misgivings is like this huge evil area that people were like, and
Now I understand.
we had followed some clues that had pieced together stuff was coming from the Misgivings, so that's why we went there.
I see. Is it dangerous to go back to the Misgivings now?
Yes.
Well, actually,
Yes.
it is dangerous to go there, but I think it's in better shape now.
Yeah, remember
We did something to lift a curse.
Yeah.
So it's
Rats.
what?
Not the
Oh, the rats. Yeah, the rats started.
Could someone
Oh.
post? I put the link in the Roll20 thing. Could someone who's on the same thing copy and paste that into the Skype? Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, there were the rats left there basically, but you did. There was. It seemed that whoever tried to make themselves a lich, like left some presence on the place that was maybe centered on this fungus growing on the wall in the basement, basically in the cave below, which you did, I guess, disperse through the use of holy water and spells, divine spells.
We brought Father Xan to stay with us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got.
Was that after the rats though that we?
I think that,
Then the rats happened.
yeah.
On our way out, the rats happened, and we were like,
Mhm.
bye. But yeah, so basically, we went there, Foxglove, we killed, and he had a key to this house. So that's why we came here. Basically, we had a key to this house, so we figured something's going on with the Foxgloves. So we came here. This house was trashed, but then we found this deed that kind of led us to think maybe the Foxgloves are in cahoots with someone else, or someone else is exploiting them, via this contract. So that then we went to the 7th Sawmill to see who's there, and we promptly got attacked. So whoever
So
was there didn't even want to talk to us.
so of these people who are in cahoots with each other, do we know any of their whereabouts?
No.
Not really.
We don't really know anything about the Brothers of the Seven, other than that name that's on the deed. That's what they're referred to as.
7 too, right? For we found something that said mention the sisters as well.
Hold on, say that again, Lee.
We had found something that mentioned a sister of the 7 as well, but I can't remember what that was.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Or a
Remember that one.
they did. We found something that mentioned some sort of mistress or something. In fact, it might have even been that deed, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, but there was something. I swear there was. Note that we found on somebody's body.
Look, really.
Yeah, it was done by Zanisha, Mistress of the 7.
That's in the deed.
Not the deed, but it was something we found. Maybe there was a note with the key to the foxglove.
Was that something given to Lupine? That sounds familiar.
No, I think it was something we found at the house. It was on 4/18/20. It's back giving standpoint, and then I had quote unquote the brothers. Society.
Oh yeah,
and then Zanisha, the Mistress of the 7.
yeah. Let me find that. That's a different handout. I can find that for you really quick.
I think it might have been that we found it with the key or something.
On Aldrin.
Behind the fireplace or whatever it was. That like.
No, it was on Aldrin actually.
Oh, okay.
It was on Aldrin. Yeah.
Because it basically like stated like when you wake up from what you did like go and do, right?
Yeah, I think that's the idea. Okay, I'm gonna drop that in the 20 if somebody doesn't mind popping that over as well.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Let's see.
There you go. Yeah, so that was signed Zanisha, Mistress of the 7. Good memory, Lee.
I'll bring that up to me like it's not like gender specific. Like it might have been the brothers of the 7, but there might also just be the 7.
Yeah. So this said, Aldrin, you have served us quite well. The delivery you harvested from the caverns far exceeds what I had hoped for. You may consider your debt to the brothers paid in full. Yet I still have need of you, and when you awaken from your death, you should find your mind clear and able to understand this task more than in the state you lie as I write this. You shall remember the workings of the Sahedron ritual, I trust. You seemed quite lucid at the time, but if you find after your rebirth that you have forgotten, return to the townhouse in Magnamar. My agent shall contact you there soon. No need for you to bother the brothers further. I will provide the list of proper victims for the Sahedron ritual in 2 days' time. Commit that list to memory and then destroy it before you begin your work. The ones I have selected must be marked before they die. Otherwise, they do my master no good, and the greed in their souls will go to waste. If others get in your way, though, you may do with them as you please. Eat them, savage them, or turn them into pawns. It matters not to me.
Oh.
That rings a little different at this point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That do be hitting different.
does anyone here know what townhouse they're referring to?
This
One we're in
the
right
one
now.
we're in.
That's why we came here.
So has this house been searched?
Yeah,
For it?
Yeah.
it was.
By you, by others.
Yeah, we've searched here pretty good. That's how we found the deed. The deed was in like a hidden place on top of the mantle in the bedroom in the top floor, I think.
Why are y'all saying that letter hits different?
Because
Well, for one,
his debt for the house is paid in full.
and it also says no need for you to bother the brothers further. And so it seems like she has some connection to them, but like it's maybe some sort of middleman kind of thing. And then also she's like, if you forgot, you can, like, some people will come to the townhouse. So there's a whole like it seems like outside of the actual brothers, there's a whole system of things working just on this end of whatever's happening that she's in charge of. So it's not like as direct of a connection to the brothers as we might have thought.
Right.
And it also sounds like her business with the brothers is over, so we might not be able to find them now.
Especially
Well-
since we killed him.
She says his is.
Right. Also, just for I don't know, just now realizing the Sahedron rune sure does look like a saw blade, doesn't it?
Oh shit.
Oh
Yeah.
no way!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Wait, didn't we find wasn't there another sawmill
Yeah,
that we found
A
that
lumberman.
body at?
the
In
body.
San-
Correct. Yeah.
Somebody had been like
Ah,
split in a log splitter.
yeah.
Carved with the Sahedron ritual.
Well, different instance, but yes.
Those were different.
One person had been split, a different person in this instance,
Was
and
on
that
the
is
wall.
had been carved.
Yeah.
But do we know? Did we only ever find one person that had the Sahedron ritual carved into him?
No, you only, like, you saw them in the thing. There were the people in the barn, if you remember.
Yeah, but did they have the? I can't remember that part.
Yes, they did. You viewed them like in the police station in Sandpoint.
Okay.
That may be all that you've seen.
Right.
Oh, and when you went to the farm, there was the farmer at the farm had the Sahedron thing carved into him.
Okay.
Hmm.
So 3 of the 7 that potentially were going to be done. And I can only assume that I was going to be one of those 7. I mean, you can't answer that. I'm just saying that out loud.
For what it's worth, there were 3 people in the barn with the rune in them, so you're looking at 5 of 7.
Oh, so there were more than one person at each site. Okay, gotcha.
Did I say? Does it say 7 in here?
No, but it's the
No.
site.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't say 7.
No,
I
it
don't
says-
know where that number came from. I was kind of going with it, and then I realized, like, oh, I don't think that's a thing.
I'm just assuming because it's the Sahedron ritual, there's probably 7 people.
Gotcha.
Also, keep coming back around to why the hell did Aldrin want us to clear out that one building? Like, what did that have to do with anything?
Well,
It's just
he mentioned that there'd be valuables in there, that he was trying to amass some money and looking for someone to, like, he basically hired you in order to help him make some money.
Was he
Yeah.
maybe trying to get the money together to pay this debt off? And then another thing came up.
Being turned into a zombie.
Well, they proposed, like gave him another offer. Like, if you do this, then you can get your debt paid off, basically.
Right. It would be nice to know how long ago like the Fox Club Manor became like haunted. Like when the Lich thing was done. That would kind of be nice to know.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if they want Fox Club Manor because the Lich is there, or do they want Fox? But it seems like they don't want it really at all because she's saying that your whatever would be paid off, so they don't really care about having that.
Yeah, and it had to be before because it was 100 years ago when they started this, like when they bought it, and so it was like he was connected to them way before. It was connected to them way before even Aldrin was alive, I believe.
Well, I think his great grandfather built it.
Right. So like
But-
it had to do with something way before what was happening now. Maybe it was just the start of, I don't know. But and like the windows, the stained glass in the windows, you would assume that was there when the house was built. And so even that has a lean to it.
Does that predecessor is he tied to anything else within the city?
We don't know who he is yet because we kept failing the fucking roll on it.
But I will say, as you probably consider the question of what was Aldrin doing, you do know that he ordered those cages that you saw in the house. Those were ordered by Aldrin recently from Magdamar. In those cages were those dead, diseased rats.
Right.
So he was certainly collecting those for something.
Right. Possibly transportation, maybe. Didn't we kind of find out that?
Yeah, maybe transportation, maybe study, maybe to experiment on them. I don't know. You know what I mean? It could be any number of things, but that is something. That is one of the few things you know that Aldrin did. Basically.
Right. Well, we do know that house is like essentially like a standing, like all those glass windows depicted like this what steps of or something of necromancy.
It's like stages of it was like stages and components of making a lich, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I just wonder if like that has to do with the Sahedron or the Seven, or that's something completely unrelated that he was just into. I'm willing to bet that it's more connected than not. I think.
It seems like if like his debt got paid by what he was doing, it seems to me that it was something that they wanted done for whatever reason, and like told him like, if you can do this, then like it'll cancel out your debt to us. So like, and then again with the Zanisha or whatever, it seems like they were like even using like a go-between of like, hey, get this done for us and we'll consider your debt paid, is what it seems like to me.
Right. But I just wonder what was his like, why was he able to do something they weren't able to? Like why? I don't know.
I don't know if it's they weren't. It might have just been like, this is the thing we need done.
Delegating.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just, that house seems weirder than that. You know what I mean? Like it seems.
Yeah.
The idea.
No, I got you.
And the Seven. Didn't we come around that there were 7 rune lords? Like, isn't that a thing?
Yes. Yes.
7. Yeah. I mean, obviously they're connected. We just don't know how yet.
Yeah. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Let me do the same.
Okay, I can take a few. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna put some water on for a glass of tea.
Oh, baby.
Everybody take a pee break, Lee.
Essentially, yes.
Man, I'm really jealous of that red oak. That sounds delicious right now.
Yeah, but Kelsey's on Labor Day, and like we went out and got some beer real quick, and I walked by, and I'm like, man, I had red Bull at the time. And it does. It's not like some crazy like flavorful beer, but like in terms of just a beer that's got a good flavor to it, it is good.
I agree.
Talking about PPR?
No, red oak.
Yeah.
It's just got enough nuttiness.
Beer, baby.
I'm a fan.
But it has like that nutty and almost cherry kind of flavor to it. It's good.
Yeah, there is to it for sure. I know it gets a lot of hate in the craft beer world, but I don't know. I think it's still.
I don't know that it does.
It did for a while, anyways. I do know that.
Dang it, I forgot to open my beer. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Do you think that Anna would be if we had a show on a sewing machine?
You said Anna?
Yeah. She's like the only person.
I don't know that. I can ask her, but I don't know that she knows how to do it super well. Like she can function on it, but I don't know that Anna loves doing it.
Okay.
Talking about getting drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it.
Are you there already?
Me? No, it's just this iPad stand, and I'm playing on a bed, so nothing stays steady. Kimberly's watching A Knight's Tale, if you want to know how committed she is to like fall and fantasy vibes.
I love that movie.
It's A Knight's Tale fall.
I think if you correlate fall with the Renaissance Festival, yes.
Oh. Are you cold, Xavier?
I'm about to eat some ice cream.
Preparing.
This man knows what he's about to need.
Xavier, we're coming into your most hated time of the year, aren't we?
Oh, I despise it.
Oh man,
Today must have only been maybe 70 or so. It
No.
felt like a blizzard to me.
I know. Xavier can't stand the cold.
Oh.
I was just elated. I was just taking Ava out to pee, and I was like, let's take a walk. Let's like walk around the whole neighborhood here.
I like this weather. If it gets any colder than this, I'm with you,
Yeah.
Xavier. But I like fall weather where I can
Oh.
wear like a hoodie and some shorts, dude. Oh,
We went out and played disc golf today, and I wore a hoodie and shorts. It was so nice.
That's
Man.
literally. Yeah.
I was like
Everyone's
right on,
complaining
right on
about
the
the
edge of being
90-degree
cold all the
weather.
time.
I went out for runs.
I like
Back when the rest of us were playing soccer weekly, Xavier, I remember it would be like 90 something, and I'd be like on the verge of texting everybody and be like, "I'm not playing today. I'm not doing it." Okay.
Love to do that more, like maybe Sundays again.
The goals are back up. I just saw.
Okay.
bro, I haven't kicked a soccer ball in like 6 months. I'm about to fucking suck.
It's been like 2 years. I just know I'm getting a belly, and I need to start doing something again.
Or maybe you're pregnant.
Congratulations, Lee.
Lola and Yoda. No, Lee's gone.
Lola and Blota.
Blota. That's a funny name. I'm really getting me tickled.
That's an awful name to name a child.
This,
Oh my God.
this is
Little
my
Blota.
baby.
Blood is going down.
She's beautiful. Her name is Blota. Never mind. She's not beautiful looking anymore.
I know all the awful, weird conversations I had to have in the hospital when we named Pippin Peregrine. I can't imagine the conversations you have to have when you say, "My baby's name is Blota."
Believe me, there's a lot worse.
There are. One of my
There
personal
are.
seen multiple times now is Absidy. Have I told you about that one?
Oh yeah.
ABCDE is how it's spelled. Absidy.
What?
Oh,
What?
no.
I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that some of y'all haven't seen it yet.
Oh no, this is the best one. This is by far and away the best one. It takes me.
I can tell you one.
It's JKMN is the first name. JKMN. Do you know how to pronounce it?
Jacoman.
Jackman.
Anybody else?
What?
It's pronounced Noah.
What?
What?
JKMN.
Oh, no. That's not a person's name.
That is a great-
L. Bro, that's like a joke I would make.
Wait, hold on. After that spelling again. Did you say
JKMN.
There's no
They skipped the L.
There's no L.
That's real, Lee? Lee, that's really real?
That's the first thing.
I'm sorry, that's the best one ever.
They gotta,
That's
they have,
fucking
but like,
terrible.
it's not, it's great for us, but they every day have to tell
Yeah.
that joke that is their real serious name.
I mean, you got to think they're the one that's more mad about it than anybody. It's their parents.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's not. Yeah. It's funny to
Call me
every
Steve.
stranger they ever meet, but it's not funny to them at any point in life after the age of 4.
It's just they sit there in kindergarten and be like, just call me Steve.
You can call me ass. Just anything else.
It's the same in my eye.
Oh,
Man.
that reminds me. There's one called Shatid.
Shafid. Yep.
It's
Ew.
shithead.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Another around here is Orangelo and Lamangelo, which is orange
Mhm.
yellow. I've only seen that one once though.
What in the fuck?
That's one time too many.
Oh, man.
This is not the kind of stuff I need to hear in an election year.
That's mean.
Okay, can I tell a funny? Here's my funny name story. So my last name, as everyone knows, is spelled Cooke. My whole life, I heard my parents say this. I've heard like this. I had never not been useful and helpful. But the thing is, people are like, oh, what's your last name? You just always say Cook with an E, because by and large, there's Cook spelled with or without the E at the end.
Yeah.
But when Kimberly and I mean, several years ago, when we went to Disney World, we were checking out our hotel and we pulled up to the like little security booth thing where they let you in or whatever. And we had a reservation. So they're like, what's the name of the reservation? And I said, Cook with an E. And if you are me in the car, this is the person, like 8 feet away at the computer. E-O-O-K? Just like, I was so flummoxed. Like,
But Hayden,
you thought the E was?
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
people pull up and say, my name is Noel. It's spelled J-K-M-N. Pull up and say, my name is Shatheed, spelled S-H-I-T-H-E-A-D.
Oh,
I thought that story was gonna end with you saying that they called you Cookie.
Cookie.
No. I mean, obviously that's happening.
Elementary school.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make my tea now.
E-O-O-K. Like, they legitimately were like, okay. Turned to the computer, like, started typing things in, and you could see it not work a couple times, and they turned to me like, just to clarify. And that's why I didn't feel bad when we checked in a few minutes later at the actual hotel front desk, and they were like, "Oh, is it your are you guys here for your honeymoon?" And before we could say anything, I was like, "Yes." And then they brought us free mimosas.
Nice.
Oh man.
Okay, we're really going at a blistering pace tonight.
Blazing a trail.
I thought when Tim left, I was like, I wonder if Tim understands that this is just a thing, or if he's like, holy shit, this is the most fucking boring game ever.
When I saw him sitting over there, I was like, this is the worst session for him to sit in on.
It's not though. It's not. It's
All right.
not the worst one, because this is kind of how it is a lot of times, where it's like,
Yeah, that's
okay,
true.
some bullshit just happened. Let's hash it out for an hour. Let's review everything we've ever learned, and let's see where we land.
Sit there for how far and how fast can a horse travel?
No, that's more interesting than what we've done.
Wonder what Tim would have to say.
I was
We'll
gonna
have
say,
to do the
at
conversation
least, yeah.
again if he starts playing.
Yeah, at least Tim would have something to add.
So
yeah,
what we're saying is, if Tim decides he wants to play, first session, before he introduces his character or whatever, we just need his opinion on how far and how fast horses go.
That's his try.
Yeah.
How many small bodies constitute difficult terrain? His outsider's opinion. How many in a 5-foot square?
How many bodies in a pile would you say it was hard to get over?
how many bodies would you say it would take to be in a 5-foot square before you could only move at half your normal speed? In real life.
What's the tripping point?
Yeah, realistically, one body laying in a doorway is enough to not move full speed in that square.
But if you consider 5 feet around that doorway, you're fine.
I'm 6 feet tall, so you have to kind of ball me up.
It's not like people die and then they stick their arms up and fall over like pins.
Hey, it's rigor mortis, bro. It's rigor mortis.
Yeah. Are you a scientist? You know how fast
over time you stretch your arms out.
Have those.
Have you ever seen a raccoon laying on the side of the highway like this? You think he died like that?
No, that's just when he was diving.
Oh man.
Either out of the way, never mind.
How fast can a raccoon travel and for how long?
Statistically, how many raccoons that cross the road make it?
Oh, probably tons, dude. They wouldn't be a species anymore if they didn't.
Or they just learn not to cross roads.
And truly, they do have a lot of babies at once.
Yeah, they love to cross roads, dude. I think raccoons live for the thrill.
Birds do. Hear me out on this. Birds can fly at any height. When you're
Wait.
No,
Your
it's
voice
enough. That's
keeps
enough.
off.
I think
Hold
we
on.
agree
No,
with you. Stop that.
birds can only go 100 feet up. Everybody knows that. There's a ceiling on top of the earth 100 feet up, dude.
Hear me out. Birds will be in a tree on the side of the road. When they see you coming, they'll like swoop down in front of your car and then back up. The next time you see birds, they like swoop down into the road. I think they're thrill seekers.
I think part of the reason they do that, I think, is to catch the draft off the wind of your car.
Birds
You go fast.
work for the bourgeoisie.
What, Austin?
I think birds work for the bourgeoisie.
I don't understand that reference. I'm sorry.
That's an internet reference. No, it doesn't. I wouldn't expect you to.
I don't know how to take that. Thank you.
Lee just updated his phone today. Let's give him a few days to find out about the bourgeoisie.
The new memes haven't come in yet.
The new memes.
Doesn't Apple automatically update you on all the newest memes when you update your phone?
It did.
You say
It
that.
said, "Welcome to 1992."
Vanilla Ice just released a hit single. You're gonna love it. Ding 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 ding.
This is the perfect time to move to Seattle.
Kurt Cobain is in his heyday. Meteoric rise.
He's shotgunning through the ranks.
Nothing can stop him now. This is
Okay.
not funny.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Now that you've had, let's just say 2.5 hours to sort of meditate and sort of rehash your surroundings, perhaps it's time to talk about next steps.
I think
Perhaps.
Granny's kind of still, I mean, like, glad to have more information and all that, but kind of still where she was. Like, we got like a couple things that we can/need to do. Other than that, I don't know what else to do other than just like go into town and gather information.
Right.
So let's we can go down to the river and perhaps look for the body of that lad that was in the sawmill, or head to the jail and see if there's any possibility of getting that sword back. I'm up for whatever.
I kind of want to go to the sawmill, if for no other reason than to see if there's some ding dong remains too.
I fear the worst, but that's a good idea, lad. At some point, we're gonna have to go talk to his father.
Yeah, you guys will have to do that.
Yeah, you will have to do that.
I think Granny doesn't mind doing that, but also I don't think, to me, it doesn't seem like there's really very much of a time constraint on that now because we have no body to deliver.
Not like he's coming back.
So, like, it's not like we got to get this. This is the thing that we need to do before we do anything else or whatever.
Right. I agree.
Also, it's nighttime, so like it wouldn't be the time to do it anyway. But
Also, as a freebie, or like, since you guys don't, like, maybe in character this will be easier to remember, but on your list of 3 things to do in the day that just passed, the third was to go to try to find a library.
yeah,
And see if there was anything you could find out about, like possibly the foxgloves.
I think in the same way that when we went to Seven Sawmill, that was a little bit on the back burner. It still feels on the back burner to me, but again,
Yeah,
I think Granny's.
I think that's fine. Yeah, I just wanted to mention it so that you know, because you are. Yeah, I appreciating the sentiment of like we have so few things that seem like possible realistic next steps. Whatever.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I could go down for that.
Okay.
The library's not open though, to be clear.
Yeah. So we are going to head to the sawmill then, correct? Is that good with everybody?
Yeah, I think so.
I'd like to.
Um.
I think that's smart.
So I think in this moment, before we go, well, I guess Granny would kind of say like, before we go, lads, if you don't mind me saying, well, actually, if it's all right with everyone, let's grab a drink, Iffy, some water from your water skin if you like. And just kind of get everybody to grab a drink and kind of like, I guess, just like signal for everybody to kind of gather around. I don't pretend that I have words that will change your life or anything of that nature. But at the same time, it seems that Disney has come and maybe not just Disney, but the gods have called us to something that is bigger than us. I know so far we've been just kind of following the trail, hoping to do good where we can. And I think that's great and it's a noble deed. But now it seems bigger than us even. So I'm thankful to be here with you lads. I'm glad to go on this journey with you. But I just wanted to take a moment, have a drink together, and at least commit myself to this. At least say I'm in this till the end, whatever that means, even though I've already seen one, for lack of better words. So, right now, I got nothing else to live for, because it seems this is the thing I'm called to. And it seems this is the thing we're all called to, but I certainly wouldn't ask any of you to do anything you don't feel truth in. But for here and now, I guess what I'll say is, I'd like to have a drink with you, to me saying, I'm with you lads, and we're into something bigger than us. And then she just kind of like put her drink in to like clink glasses. Cheers. And then just takes a drink to the sawmill then, I guess.
Okay. That's fair.
I still don't have my sword or anything. If we get in,
You have your axe that's not terrible, right?
it's not terrible.
Okay.
Let's talk about. Let's
If he looks over to Lupine and says, let me know when you're going back for your sword. I want to help you get your belongings back.
Yeah, I think if he's kind of saying that as we're walking in the house too, I think Granny would be like, yeah, seems this one here has a way of finding his place in somewhere where well, maybe no one else knew he was even there.
Oh yeah, you were invisible when we first met you.
Yes, that's.
Freaking magic users.
Lee, Lee, tell me out of game. Why is your sword so much better than your axe? I assume is what you have now.
I think it's what his weapon proficiency's in, and he just put the magic thing on it. Whatever magic thing.
My weapon proficiency, and it's also a +1, and it's also a +3 against dragons. Not that we're gonna fight one of those anytime soon.
Hey, you never know.
What's your weapon proficiency? That's a feat.
No, yeah, and it's in like great sword or whatever,
Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
or long sword, whatever that sword is.
Gotcha. Cool.
And also, all the numbers we wrote down on his sheet are for his sword.
That's what Lee is most bothered by.
Yeah.
That's the hardest I could hit Lee is to mess up the numbers that are written on his character sheet to help him figure out what the fuck is attacking me. Just go ahead. Like, if you're gonna take my weapon and fuck with my rage and not rage, just go ahead and kill my character. Okay, so yeah, you guys head out into the night. The stars are bright this night. There's probably I just imagine on this walk that probably takes 10 or 15 minutes at a, you know what I mean, at a slow pace. It's there's probably just some amount of clarity in like where you are and who you are. Whether maybe on one end of the spectrum you have Mantle, who has this sense of like, he's feeling this sense of clarity and this sense of like, you know, you mentioned like, I'm involved in something bigger than myself. And that's an important feeling for a cleric to have as someone who's devoted themselves to the service of a deity. Like that it's really important to feel that, to feel the weight of that. So, you know, there's just a clarity in that sense. And on the other end, you have someone like, I mean, you have Lupin, who's maybe also feeling that, but also feeling like very visible maybe in their skin as someone who seems to like, why everywhere I go, stuff happens that makes me stand out as a bad guy or a murderer or whatever. So it just feels like I look over my shoulder, I'm waiting for this guy to like double take at me to remember me as a murderer or something. Not to put those words in your mouth, but that does keep happening.
It does, fortunately.
Foxfire is now like walking and returning to the scene of this, like the greatest challenge you have faced as a fighter, which is like definitively who Foxfire by choice is. And like you barely managed to escape through that. And like I'm not imposing something on you, not imposing even like something as tense as like PTSD from that experience on you, but like there's some amount of trauma probably that came with that moment of like, that was an important moment in my existence so far, where it's like that I think, yeah, in the recap I mentioned that like that was something of a test of everything you have learned and everything you have become thus far. Like even a level ago, I don't think you might have made it out of that combat, you know? So
Nah.
it really is a measure by that sense and how far you have come. So you know what you're walking towards. And then on to Iffy, who like is probably just feeling a sense of clarity in terms of this pull you have felt so far. Like, and there's some sense of like, you felt like you needed to go to this mill. There's a fight breaking out. You jump in. You immediately save somebody. You make it out. You're unconscious. You're conscious. You're back at this house. You're sitting here to this big discussion and this big like regurgitation of information and these things all these people have been through. And like that sense of like, oh, I'm called to push towards these people for some reason. You see that like, oh, it's like it could have been anybody, and it's not just people who are like, someone keeps stealing from my shop, and I've got to find the guy who's doing it. It's like these people are wrapped up in something. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're even probably still like digesting some of that information and even some of the weight of like I am as caught up in something as that fighter who I saved was going to be caught up in that water wheel. But just, yeah, there is something now. There's a new weight on your shoulders in terms of perhaps purpose and risk. But so yeah, with that, it's a nice walk. The stars are out, and you see eventually you cross a bridge that goes to the islet, and as you're approaching the shore, you kind of see the form of this. Excuse me. Of the sawmill, and it seems to be standing. As you approach in the moonlight, you can see that it's completely charred, and that there has been some like rope. Somebody has set up some kind of rope, very haphazardly. I guess will be the easiest way to say. And on that hung a sign that says "condemned." But while you definitely can see the basement and that wall up the interior, as in not the water side of the building, is like extremely charred. The building itself is still standing.
And there's nobody. It doesn't look like there's anybody around.
It doesn't look like there's anybody around. Yeah, we're talking about the middle of the night. If you consider like waking up at 11, two of you, and then you had this long discussion. You know what I mean? As you discuss the things you've been through, and now you make your way out. So it's like 12:01. Yeah, it looks
so.
Whatever.
Is there any need?
Let me get rid of some of this fire.
Is there any need? And can I roll a perception check just to look around to see if there's anybody standing around or whatever?
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Oh my gosh. 6.
Let me turn another light on in here. Thank
you.
Did you get your perception check?
Yeah, 16.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that.
Which is one away from as low as I can roll.
No, you don't see anybody within eye shot.
I think this whole time, Iffy will be focusing all his energy on detect magic.
Okay.
So he'll just do this for like several rounds.
Yeah. Let me think if there's going to be anything magic that you detect. Yeah, I think you get like a faint magical aura, and you look. This building is counting the undermill, which is the basement floor. It is 3 stories high. You can't really see it, you can't see above the roof. But on that 3rd story, you're getting a faint magical aura.
On the top floor?
From the top floor. Yep.
Oh, okay. I'll just point up towards that floor and say, there's something magical or emitting some kind of aura up there. I can't really tell what it is from down here, though.
Hey, Begonia sabe. Or Iffy. Sorry. Begonia Iffy.
I don't know by either name.
Would you like to check the bottom first where we were? Make sure that's cleared out.
Sounds good to me.
Just to all you guys, yeah, not just Iffy, but whoever. You want to check that bottom floor first?
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
I think I know we're probably in the clear, but just be on the safe side. I tap Lupine on his back, and I say, "Be careful," and I cast Anticipate Peril.
Oh.
Everybody.
For 5 minutes, If we get into combat, you'll get a +5 to initiative.
Shit.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. I like that. That's a cool ass spell.
I have never heard of that spell before. That is such a fucking cool spell, dude.
That
Plus
actually
5.
comes from my bloodline.
Oh.
Dude, that is
Very
really cool. That is one of the
Yeah.
coolest spells I've heard in a long time, frankly.
What was it called again?
Anticipate peril.
That's really cool. Okay. So you guys gonna move down to the basement?
I don't know what direction we're going in.
Tell me your order. Tell who's going first down those stairs.
I can, but I'm not saying that I am.
Lupine is back in our party. He is the leader. Actually, Lupine's never seen this place. All of us have been inside it. I guess, yeah, I'll be in front. I'll lead the way.
Okay. In fact, no, I don't even put you there. You get down to the bottom of these stairs and you see that, like, oh, I'm gonna have to step on the ground where the floor is falling out here, and you can look into this bottom floor, and this is obviously the floor is all burnt out, and so much of the floor now here on this bottom basement is just missing and fallen through to the river below. These huge water wheels don't seem too damaged, but like they were also water wheels constantly turning in water via the flow of the river. So they're okay. But all this floor and stuff where all these mechanisms were to the south, it's just the floor is eventually given way and fallen through to the river below. And for what it's worth, there are no visible bodies left in this room. Including Ding Dong and this cleric, most notably.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic kind of straight down into the water from here. I'm trying to see if I see anything that would maybe that would have been magic that guy was wearing. Trying to figure out where he is, maybe down at the bottom of the river or whatever.
Yeah, you do pick up a magical aura down at the bottom of the river.
Can I see how far? Do I know how far down that is?
What kind of check can I ask for that?
Well, if it's, I think with Detect Magic, I might.
Knowledge Dungeoneering.
Hey, I can do that.
Strength and location.
One thing I'm actually smart at.
But then how would
Yeah.
mental express to you for you to be able to judge? That is tricky.
I knew it was too good to be true. A skill
Or
check.
survival.
I can roll
that too.
I could do a survival, but would a perception check just do it too?
Yeah, I think we could take a perception check on that. Yeah.
I mean, I can roll survival. I'm. It's not the same bonus, but I'm also getting that +5 on there too. I'm not trying to avoid one or the other. I just.
Yeah, let's do a survival. Let's do a survival.
That's fun. Oh, let's see. All right. That let's see. 13 plus 8 is 21.
21. Okay, it looks like it's 20 to 25 feet down.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's how close is the top of the water to the where the floor is?
Sure.
Part of the reason what I'm asking is because Lee said he can swim pretty good, but does it make sense if he just jumped down right here and then came back up through this hole in the floor?
Is there like a strong current in that water? I would assume.
While he's looking that up, Lee, the current, depending on like whatever that is, that'll determine too like the level of the swim check that it's going to require for you.
Right.
Like,
because I assume it's kind of high, and my swim check isn't that high. I mean, it's positive a couple, but it's not like crazy. But I assume it's pretty hard current because it's powering a sawmill.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
What's that? Unwilling ally. Anybody have that, or whatever it's called? Or
No.
that thing that
Yeah.
unseen servant.
Unseen servant. Yeah.
Oh no! Shit. Nope.
So what are the blocks?
Sorry, that's just my trying to draw a shape of where the floor is gone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so the floor is missing in those areas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, got you.
And can I finally go ahead and draw this area too? So, yeah, so in all the areas there are squares, in the square areas, if you will. Pause to see if you will. Yeah, areas where there's holes. Okay, so I'm sorry. Help me clarify. What are the questions? What are the questions that are standing right now?
I was asking. I'm positive that it's a like fast moving current. So like I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to swim, and like I just don't know that it's worth for me to drop down there because if I do roll badly, like I'm dead.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all right. Apparently, you'd be good.
I can't just touch myself.
I was trying to see if there was some kind of spell I could cast.
Yeah, I don't have anything either.
That would help you do this.
You got any magnets?
I don't know how does those work. That's what I was gonna say. Shit. I'm so sure there's something I can do to help you with this. Hold on, Lee. There's like this whole character's list of random ass shit.
Yeah.
Plus
Well,
2
I'm
check
sure we can
if you're trying to buy a sword from a purple skinned man.
There is a classic, the classic D&D strategy of like tying a rope around your friend.
I was waiting for you to say it.
I don't want to do that.
I'll tie the rope.
No, just kidding. Yeah, we can definitely do that.
All right,
something that you make Lupin sink.
No, he could swim down. We just want to make sure he can get back up.
Yeah.
Basically, or like that he doesn't get sucked down the river.
Yeah. Actually, the swimming down is easier. The dragging something back up is the difficult part. Fair enough.
My strength is pretty good though. Especially if I've got a rope, like I should be able to equal parts pull myself up / then help.
Or if you swim down and grab something, then you did a little tug on the rope. Everybody could drag you out basically with the whatever.
Do we sense something in the water?
Lee, yeah, magic.
Just a magic order.
Okay, I got you.
Lee, what is your swim plus?
It's +2. I thought it was more, but it's only +2.
Oh shit, +2. Fuck.
Hey, I have +5.
On your swim?
Yeah.
You're going, and I'm pulling you out.
Alex, I forgot that I prepared. I'm just basically using the spells I prepared the day before. I prepared with the intention to give to Lupin, hopefully give to Lupin, bull strength, which will give you a +4 to strength for a minute per level. So for 6 minutes. So that'll give you basically another +2 to your swim.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if there was something else I could do though, that like if I prepared another spell. Like, or if I took the time to prepare, I had another spell or whatever. There's got to be something. There, hold on.
Let me give you the mechanical breakdown of what the swim check rolls will look like.
Okay.
you basically a swim check is a roll. You can make a swim check as a roll to swim at half your speed for a full round action. So if your speed is 30, you can swim down 15 feet around. So in order to get to the magic aura, you will need to pass 2 swim checks. And I have a table for how bad the water is and basically how good you have to swim. If you are underwater, either because you failed a swim check or because you're swimming underwater intentionally, you must hold your breath. You can hold your breath for a number of rounds equal to twice your Constitution score, but only if you do nothing other than to take move actions or free actions. Great. Blah, blah, blah.
Ooh, my Constitution is only +1.
Same.
So I could only hold my breath for 2 rounds.
Wait, what if it's 0?
But-
you can't hold your breath at all.
Oh, I better not touch the water.
Oh man, yeah. There's a thing where you can help make somebody swim, but it's a 4th level spell.
I could also, I think if I take my armor off, I'll get another.
That's
I'll
true.
get another +1 to my swim because I am getting a -1 right now for my armor.
Oh.
What do you wear light armor, Alex?
Yeah, it's just studded leather. It's
Okay,
fine.
cool. Yeah, so the reason because I thought about doing that because that's part of the reason mine's so bad. But I think I'm wearing heavy armor and it takes so long to put on and off.
Oh yeah.
There's like a mechanical thing where it takes such an amount of time or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that makes sense then. I think we can do that. I can give you that bull strength. I mean, then you're at a +8. We tie a rope around you. If you're about to fail your swim thing or whatever, then is there a chance that Hayden, like if we tied a rope to him, that he can tug on that rope and we can know when to pull him up?
I think so. And also, I should mention this. Tell me if this sounds crazy. This sentence reads, you can hold your breath for a number of rounds equal to twice your Constitution score. That's
Oh,
not
that's
your-
right.
Oh,
That's not the
You're
modifier.
right,
The
you're right.
score.
That's
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you don't have to do anything but move, it's not.
What is Hayden? What are the mechanics of if we say like tug 3 times on the rope and to let us know you want to get pulled up or whatever? What are the mechanics of how long that takes?
I think given that it's 20 feet and he can move 15 per round, let's say the first round Foxfire moves down 15 feet, then he only has 5 feet. So I'll make that other swim check. If you pass that second swim check, you can swim down and use the rest of that 4-round action to tug 3 times.
Okay.
I think
In
that's
addition
fine.
to,
No, but I'm saying if he gets in
Fine.
trouble, if like worst case scenario, some freaking monster rolls up when he's 20 feet down, like what would it take? He tugs on the rope, and then how long does it take to get him out of there?
I think that would probably just require a strength check, and I would measure that strength check against the swim DC of whatever the state of the water is.
a strength check for the party or for me?
For the party, the people pulling the rope,
Okay.
essentially,
Okay.
or how quickly you're pulling them out of the water.
Well,
You're
Lupin is up
also
here.
pulling
So.
them
Yeah, exactly.
in that out of the water and against the current. So it's not like you're not pulling them 30 feet around or something like that. It's way slower than that.
But it'll be okay.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
say,
so-
okay.
Well, you think with 3 people, you think with 3 people we couldn't pull him 30 feet around?
30 feet's kind of a lot.
30 feet is a lot through water.
I'd
I
say
think
like
with,
feet around, probably.
I can't even move 30 feet around.
yeah. I think with 3 people, you could maybe tell me if this is, yeah, you tell me whatever. You tell me what you think of this. I'm thinking you could move at 15 feet around.
Yeah, I move half my speed.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if Foxfire is swimming at half their speed, with 3 people just yanking, I think you could pull them 15 feet in 6 seconds. I don't think that's crazy.
Okay. Okay.
Give you
Yeah.
back the
that's
same
fine.
speed I go down.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Yep.
So do I get a dive bonus? Like the first 5 feet goes faster because I'm about to dive in? Is that a thing?
Nope.
Tried.
Also, I don't like just given the riverbank sloping nature. I don't know if you really want to dive at this distance out.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. Alex, right before you jump down too, I can cast bull strength on you, and I'm gonna give you guidance, which will give you a +1 on your skill check, your first skill
Oh,
check.
yeah, that's great.
Oh,
That's just like a 0 level spell, but yeah.
All right, so I'll get +9 on my first swim check.
Yeah.
All right,
Great.
then I'm going for it.
Let's go, baby.
Rolled an 11 +9, so I got 20 for my first.
Nice.
That's great. That's a pass.
So I guess I'd do another one to continue swimming.
Oh,
Do
yeah,
I?
baby.
So do I know where I'm going?
I think we would have tried to stay. Hayden can decide this. I think we
I
would've
don't
tried
have
to-
detect magic.
Okay, hold on there. Let me think for a second.
I think we would have tried to station you where it was like just swim straight down.
Yeah, I think we can swim down. If you pass this check, we'll roll a perception check, basically. For
I'm
you
not
looking
allowed to
underwater.
roll perceptions.
Okay,
My character cannot roll perception checks. It's a house
so after
rule.
here we go. After a few seconds, Foxfire comes back up to the surface and is like, I think we jumped into this plan before we were finished putting together.
Hey, would light help him under the water, Hayden? Like, would that help him see what's going on?
Yes.
Okay.
At night?
Yeah, I could. I didn't realize this was going to be a problem. I could have done this before. I'm sorry. I thought it was like he's straight down there, swim straight down. I'm sorry. I
didn't
gotcha.
think about it either until I got in the water and I was like, wait, I was
Actually-
like feeling around and
That's
shit.
fine. You'll still.
Yeah, it probably is that. They're like Foxfire jumps in and it's like
Oh,
it's
quick
pitch
question.
black
How
in
far
here.
down is where they're trying to get to?
20 feet.
Oh, okay. I'll just cast dancing lights at the source of where you need to go.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
That's
Oh, dude.
And I'll give Alex, since you came back up, I'll give you guidance again, so you can get the extra +1 on that first
Okay.
check.
So this plays out. I dive in. You don't see me for like 5 seconds. And then I pop up and I'm like, guys, it's fucking dark in there. I don't see anything. I
That's
don't
actually
feel
bad
any
news.
magic
There's
in the
nothing
water.
there.
I don't feel any magic in the water. I don't know what you expected me to do here.
And then if he says, "Oh, that's my bad," I'm sorry.
So this time I follow the dancing lights and I'm gonna roll another swim check with another +9 here. Ooh, got 26 this time. So I did
Heck yeah.
That'll do it, man. That'll do it.
that. And
Cool.
So now I roll another one.
Yeah. +8 this time.
No. Oh, yeah. Yes, correct.
All right, I got 16 this time.
Woo! I'm here to tell you, you made it. I almost told you what the DC was, and then I realized these guys are about to make a strength check, and it may be relevant.
All right.
So I think that Lee would make this, or Lupine's going to make the strength check, and then we'll aid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you two, Austin and Xavier, roll a d20, and if you roll above 10, for each one of you that rolls above 10, Blue Pine gets an extra +2.
And I roll my 20, correct?
Yep.
And add your
Nice.
strength.
Nice. If he's got a 2, so it's an extra +4, Lee.
An
Hey,
extra
so
4.
I just
So mine is a 14. That's it.
Yeah, Alex.
or I'm grabbing and then tug. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we've already rolled, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm adding my strength to it. Is that what it is?
Yeah, your strength modifier.
I didn't roll wonderful. I got a 14.
Plus
Then you get
+4.
+4.
18.
Plus 18. Yep, that's good. Roll it one more time.
Okay.
Nice.
I just barely did it.
Night.
Good night.
1. So just 11 from me.
Okay, that still aids. That's still a +4. Night, Lola.
Yeah, tell them that your fans good night.
Night, little sack baby. Lee, I can't tell you how much she looks like you. It was ridiculous. I saw that picture you posted the other day, and I was like, "Holy crap, that looks just like Lee."
It's hard to see it when you're the specimen. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But freaking Arlo looks like a carbon copy of you.
Arlo or Pip?
Pippin, sorry.
Yeah, well, I have 3 children. It's so hard to keep them apart, but maybe next time you'll learn their names.
Not me.
Lee, you got to roll another d20.
I did. It's only a 9.
Wait, that's
+4? With the
wait.
plus or not?
Is that with your strength modifier too?
It's a 9 on my side, so it's a 13.
Wait,
With
with your
y'all.
plus, it's a 9?
With my pluses is a 9. I don't know what y'all rolled or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yes, that's only a 13, Hayden.
That's going to be a fail.
damn.
Oh, I'm
So what
like,
happens on that?
So this is just
We didn't fail by 5 or more.
Foxfire drifting a little bit further, like kind of getting pulled out to the river, and you feel that current pulling against you. It's not that dangerous. It's another round in the water, which isn't no huge risk. If Foxfire was trying to swim out with this body, it would be a lot more complicated. But since Foxfire's job right now is basically just to hold on, it's like you don't. Foxfire doesn't have to roll anything extra.
But we're rolling again, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, I didn't aid that time.
Getting worse, fellas. That's a 6.
Oh man, I didn't either.
What'd you get, Lee?
A 6.
Oh
If this
no!
is how Foxfire dies, you guys.
I
are
always knew
fucked up.
Foxfire was gonna die underwater.
We have 24 rounds of this, right?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
plenty.
yeah.
All right, do it again. All right, I got it that time.
That one was unclear. Hold on.
I think
12 from me.
16 for me on that one.
So that's a 20 total.
okay.
Nice.
So that's a pass, but we're gonna need one more since the Foxfire's been pulled further down the river.
Gosh dang it! I didn't get it.
The 9 for me again.
14 from me.
Okay.
That's
9,
11.
11. It's a fail.
Oh man!
Okay, let me start keeping track of these rounds just in case we're gonna kill Foxfire. Like
He's done. It's a natural 19 from me, so he's done.
Okay. 6. Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
30 feet out of the water, right?
Foxfire down the river. Make me one more, but Foxfire is now above water with this thing. This is you just pulling it to the shore.
Okay, I
An 8.
I aid.
Yeah, that's good. That's good enough to pull him up to shore. So Foxfire, you pull him up to shore. Everybody kind of quickly realizes that you've pulled up the body of this cleric.
Nice.
He's an elven cleric in now these cut up red robes. Pretty clearly a chain shirt, a very, very nice chain shirt now that it's got all these cuts and stuff from, particularly from Foxfire's sword, down the chest and stuff. I suppose he doesn't have his sword on him or a buckler. That's probably still down there. I mean, I'm assuming you're searching his body. Yeah.
Oh yeah, get him,
Yeah.
throw him on the
That's-
ground, and yeah, let's
And
start searching.
Doing
I'm
all
not.
the
I
tech
don't
magic
search.
and all that stuff.
What race is he?
An elf.
He's an elf. Yeah. You find kind of tied to his side is a hand crossbow with 10 bolts.
What's magic?
The magic.
I'm sorry.
thing-
Yeah, keep going through what you're saying. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, there are 2 magic items on him, both tied around with the same sash and belt. One is a wand,
Oh wow. Okay.
and the other is a mask, some kind of mask that is giving off a magic aura. This is a mask that it's very disturbing in appearance. It appears to be a single long strip of human skin,
Ugh.
and it's stitched together. It's like a spiral of human skin, like this, and it's stitched together loosely, such that you would see through like the stitches if you were to wear it on your
Ugh.
face.
Throw it back in the water.
Didn't Aldrin have a skin mask as well that was of my face?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, wait a second! Don't throw it. This sounds like some kind of.
Okay, let me do a spellcraft on the wand first.
Okay.
Oh, do I get? Oh, dang it! I don't get that. +5 on this. That's an 18 on the wand.
Okay, let me look up the DC for the spellcrafts again.
Yeah.
10 plus the spell level.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I have no idea on that one.
10 plus spell plus caster level. You got an 18.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's enough. This is a wand of cure moderate wounds with 12 charges on it.
Oh, very nice. I think once you found that out, Granny would be like, Save. I don't know how to ask this other than metagaming. Do you have used magic device, Iffy?
Oh, do I have that? Hold on. Damn. I don't think that was one of the ones available to me.
Yeah, I didn't
I
know.
wasn't able to take it.
Yeah, I don't know if divine casters get that. I wonder if I don't think Alex would, but I'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me look on
available to me. I don't think it was.
Fighter Pathfinder.
I'd be mad if it was.
Skills. Nope.
Yeah, that's not one available to me.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't think so. Dang it. I might have to make some coffee here in a second.
So I can't ever take that.
Son of a bitch, man. That sucks. We can't use wands at all.
That sucks.
Fuck. Okay, cool. Well,
take a wand, like you can't learn how to use one.
I guess that when that's happening, I'll try to identify the mask.
Yeah, and I'll roll to identify it as well. Just we'll see who's higher, and and hopefully one of us can figure something out.
Yeah. So what's my spellcraft?
I only rolled. Actually, I'm gonna go pee. Also, but I rolled a 15 to spellcraft the mask.
I'm pretty sure I will get much higher than that. Mine is a +10, so I get a 29.
Oh, wow. Okay, you know what it is.
Wow.
Hey, give me just a second before you tell us what the mask is. I'm gonna go put some coffee on. It'll only take me just a second. I'm gonna put some coffee on and take a pee.
Oh, okay. I just looked at the spellcraft. It's 15 plus the caster level. But if he'll still get it.
What was the wand?
Moderate
Cure,
wounds.
cure moderate wounds. 12
Oh,
charges.
nice. Dude,
But
that's
we
awesome.
also discussed that no one in the party can use it.
Yeah.
No one has used magic device.
Yeah. So curse from me for not having savvy anymore.
But that is free money if you want. You know what I mean? If
Wait.
you wanted to
That's
sell
true.
it.
I don't know how it works. I know in old D&D, if you were a magic user, you could just use magic. You could use wands.
So would I be able to use spellcraft every time I attempt to use it?
No, it
We
was just
could-
like because you were a magic user, you could just use it without using a magic device.
Really? Let's
Is
see.
what it was in old D&D. I don't know the Pathfinder rules.
Oh,
I
right,
can
right.
do a quick search though. Edmund would get down. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, let me look up their rules.
Also got this cheese roast it's a basil, Hayden's, and honey.
What?
Yeah.
Shit, that's good.
What's but I like a few things in it. And I found another one that's like a black pepper. I got some stuff. Did you guys order pizza?
Yeah,
It's
it's
cool.
right
Also,
there.
we have to buy some roach traps. There's a roach in there in that closet, and then I went upstairs to get something from the boys' closet, and there's a roach in there. But I learned from reading the book with Pip the other day that when roaches have white stuff on their butts, it means they're eggs and they're having babies, and this one has white stuff.
Dude, this is super informative, Austin.
So we gotta get rid of them.
I guess I'll get a beer while we're waiting for 50% of our friends.
Damn, is that coffee pot next to his laptop?
I think it was. He just has the volume out.
Oh, okay.
His headset. Hey, so it says normally to use a wand, you must have the wand spell on your class spell list.
Yes.
So I think you can use it if you have that. I don't think
Oh,
you
wait,
have